but it's got to translate into runs and wins. Shozeb Raza and Ehsan Raza, the two umpires for today's contest. It's match number 19 that is going to get underway. JP Domini and David Gar here with me. So that huddle has got to be about remaining in the present and beating the odds, I guess.
And much, much more. It's about just, I think, freeing up minds. And they know they're in what we always refer to as the last chance saloon. If they don't win tonight, that's their chances of qualification gone. So just relax in a sense, free up. Just let your natural instincts take over. Don't think about it too much. Try and focus, try and concentrate. For instance, having won the toss, the first thing you want to do as a bowling side, which they didn't do last night at the other end of the game, the first thing you do as a bowling side is think very hard about your lines and lengths. And this time last night, there was something in the pitch. Batting was not easy at this time last night on the same pitch. So that's what they must hope they can take advantage of again, if that is the same.
And lessons needed to be learnt from last night's game. Haider Ali, 20 years of age. He'd certainly want to turn his fortunes around. Young player with a lot of prospect and a lot of potential. Healthy strike rate, more than healthy actually. Touching on 160. Kamran Akmal, he's had some batting woes in this tournament thus far, 39 years of age. And it's this combination that has been the challenge for the Zalmis. An average of 17 in their first 6 games. Mohammad Nawaz, he's been a pillar of their success in the UAE over the years. And no surprise for him to start with a new ball.
I guess Safraz looking for a bit more control and employing a spinner. Nawaz is not a big tweaker, but he's pretty accurate. Gillett countdown has begun.
Left arm around. Let's play.
Plays the call. Nawaz is getting ready. Catch it is the call, and it's worked straight away for Quetta Gladiators. It came off the middle of the bat, but it went up. It was hit like a rocket bullet shot, and so went straight to the fielder and gone Haider Ali of the first ball of the innings.
Well, this is extraordinary and ridiculous in the same breath. Haider Ali just cannot buy a run at the moment. It went absolutely straight to the man. Direction picked him out beautifully, and for once we didn't see that smile on Safraz's face last night, that is for sure, but he's smiling right now, and that is the perfect start for Quetta Gladiators and the imperfect one for Haider Ali and Peshawar Zalmi, who are none for one.
Shoaib Malik is in at number 3. Plenty of experience. Played a very, very fine, impressive innings. Was against Lahore Qalandars. Slip in place. 4 men on the offside in the circle, 2 on the leg side. So there's an opportunity to go over the top away towards the leg side.
नहीं यार वो मेरे साइड
Well, all I can say is it cannot be someone in the crowd moving behind the bowler's arm.
And if it's a fan, he'll soon be escorted out of the stadium, I'm sure. Not allowed there.
शाबाश 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 Oh, lovely bowling, Nawaz. Lovely bowling.
Yeah, I look to bowl within the stumps.
Bowling, Nawaz.
Difficult
bowling, Nawaz,
to
shabash.
control the new ball, isn't it? I mean, but these guys have become so used to it in T20 cricket that it doesn't surprise anyone. He's good with that little flick. Very, very good at picking up a single.
Ball one brought the first award of the night. Jubilee safe hands. Straight in. Thank you very much indeed. Pat on the head from the captain. It's very hard to tell whether Hyderabad is in form or not. Certainly out of luck.
Very well bowled, very well bowled. Ball से Nawaz.
First time ever in PSL history that he's actually gotten out to spin. He's had a strike rate of close to 190 in PSL. So he's certainly feeling unlucky this time around.
No, Azam यहीं पे Azam. अरे Azam सीधा बॉल है यार.
Tries a good one from Azam Khan. He's by trade a keeper, Azam. Sarfraz, the usual Sarfraz, which is good in a way because he was sort of subdued because of the circumstances in the first game.
शाबाश 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 नवाज शाबाश.
He tried his best. Yeah, looking for a slog sweep. Miscued it, gets a run. Peshawar 4 for 1.
शाबाश 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 क्यों boys? Next one. Ride him over.
Gladiators need to bowl better in this contest because their bowling has been under fire, under pressure. Started off with Nawaz, the trick has worked. Kamran Akmal, after a gap of so many seasons, struggling in this year's HBL PSL. Normally a very safe bet up front as an opener. Hasnan is running in.
Very well bowled, very well bowled. Lovely
Bit of shape, bit of swing there.
Lovely bowling, lovely bowling, lovely bowling.
One of the things that they got horribly wrong last night was that with the new ball, all the cricket bowlers were spraying it everywhere. There's a lot of width on show. The pitch played very well in the second part of the game yesterday, and that width opened up so many opportunities. So they must have talked about that. Try and keep wicket to wicket, try and keep the ball on line. Some of the basics of cricket, whatever the format.
Nicely played. He's averaging 11.66. Kamran Akmal in this year's HBL PSL, just 70 runs to his credit.
Talk to him, please.
And it's so difficult, really, if you're running in low form in T20. You don't get time for sighters to settle in. He's got to get cracking straight away.
Well, I mean, the only person who does actually is the opener, isn't it? So if you are at the top of the innings, you're allowed a little bit of leeway. It's the men coming down the order, you know, 5, 6, 7 sometimes. They're the ones who have to strike from the ball, you know, from the first ball. But at least at the top of the order, you've got a moment or two, first of all, to see what the pitch is like. Secondly, to see if the ball is swinging. There was just a hint of swing here.
Talking about Kamran Akmal and this year's HBL PSL, his worst year. And as a result of his poor form, the opening partnerships have been great. The average score is 17.17. Sorry to state it over and over again. Don't want to start with a bit of negativity, but that's a fact.
So that's just come down again tonight as well, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think Shoaib Malik's pattern can be followed by so many young Pakistani batsmen, because somehow he takes his time, so he's not rushed. There seems to be a plan, and then he's got this self-belief and confidence to amp it up also. It's not that, you know, he'll continue to bat like this, struggle and get out, so he doesn't waste time. Gives himself time to settle down.
I mean, the best players find a way of getting one from every ball, pretty much. You know, very few dot balls. You're getting something from every ball. Then you pick up the boundaries on top.
So JP, in T20, hit your way into or back into form, or just watch the ball closely and give yourself time? Which method?
I think it's a little bit more than that. I think you got to go back to what is natural to you. And you think of Kamran Akmal, he's quite an aggressive player. So also in a situation like this where they're under pressure as well to get a win under their belts, just get back to that natural understanding of where am I at my best. And you try and stick to that. If it is trying to get myself in, build a partnership, we go with that. But if it's blazing away, if the conditions allow, you go with that as well.
Well, that was supposed to go anywhere between mid-on and mid-wicket. It was an inside edge, but gives him a 4, gives him a bit of lift and confidence as well. 10 for 1.
Lip 1 check 1 2 3 lip 1 check जी lip 1 check जी सर उर्दू में
He loves batting against spin, Shoaib Malik.
Oh! Very well bowled, Ajay.
So this will be an extremely engaging contest. Yeah, that front foot not moving a great deal, thick inside edge, went for 4. Oh, that's gone up in the air. Is that the end of Shoaib Malik? It is. Nawaz has worked magic here for Sarfraz and his team. 2 wickets in 2 overs and getting rid of established T20 batsman Shoaib Malik, who was so good against spin, miscuing this one.
Yeah, the Gladiators going back to a formula that has worked for them in the UAE, starting with spin. Mohammad Nawaz picking up his 2nd scalp. And when a team is under fire and needing to perform what works for them. And they've started off well. Malik, he goes for 2. Peshawar, 10 for 2.
मिडल
David Miller, sorry, 32 years old, 10 for 2. And we know that he can really turn it around in a matter of few balls. He's got that kind of quality.
Stunning, lads. Stunning. आगे आओ बेटा, आगे आओ. इधर आओ, इधर आओ, इधर आओ, इधर आओ, इधर आओ. सही है भाई, ठीक है. उस्मान.
His ability to counter-attack is massive. Really plays aggressively, confidently. There he goes, straight away, showing his intentions.
Well, this is a real bonus. A miscue from Shoaib Malik. Wasn't quite short enough for him to be absolutely sure of the shot. Now that's what they call Jubilee nearly safe hands. Little bit of a rebound there. But it stuck. In the end, it just stuck. Catch was taken, but that's a big, big wicket. Shoaib Malik, one of the best players in this tournament.
Nice, Nawazi.
Such a good start from Nawaz. Not easy to bowl with the new ball, and to Shoaib Malik, who's such an excellent player of spin bowling. And not only did he bowl well to him, but got rid of him as well. Tremendous start by him. That's well fielded in the end at mid-off. And after 3, 11 for 2.
What do you think? Going with pace or trying Zahir? Zahir! Aja! Zahir! अच्छा बासन पीछे पहुंच जाए
A lot of avenues, a lot of stations to live stream the HBL PSL 6 in Pakistan. A lot of options available for you to see the thrilling contests. Zair Khan from Afghanistan. Left arm wrist spin. So completely different tactics from Quetta Gladiators with the ball in this contest. Banking on spin to turn things around for them.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, that's what has brought their success in the UAE. That's how Sarfraz Ahmad has managed and utilized his spin options. And you talk about the fact that this is a must-win game for them. Going back to what has worked, what formula is giving them the best chance, and it started off well for them.
Playing his first game in HBL PSL, making his debut, Zahir. recently played for Melbourne in the Big Bash in Australia. So has international T20 league experience.
Only one, only one. Nice, Pop.
I suppose the clever thing is this, that as JP says, they might be playing deliberately to the strengths they've seen here before, but also because of the 2 wickets falling so early, yeah, it's that normal thing with batsmen. You know, how many risks are they going to take when they're 2 down right at the start of the innings? So you're going to play the spinner relatively conservatively unless you really get a big opportunity, unless you get a really big bad ball.
He's a leg spinner. Zaid Mahmood, a decent leg spinner, flights the ball, turns it as well.
Look! Azam! Well done, Azam.
Misfielded allows batsman a single, rotation of strike. Left arm wrist spin is kind of a relatively new entrant in the circuit. Seen a lot of leg spinners come and dominate. Spinners have generally dominated this format, but really refreshing to see a left arm wrist spinner come and bowl with the new ball.
Well done, well done.
Pretty accurate start.
Lovely bowling, lovely bowling, lovely bowling.
Right, time for a question. What is the highest batting partnership for any wicket in HBL PSL? Answer on Parkview City's Facebook page, and you can win a tablet today and maybe go into the draw for that plot at the end of PSL.
Interesting, in fact quite amazing, that there are 3 left arm spinners from Afghanistan, left arm wrist spinners that is, featuring in this HBL PSL.
Nice, Cameron. One. Nice, Cameron.
So Afghanistan's spin department is really coming of age. Outstanding talent. 14 for 2.
In for 2. Striking in the power play, that's what you want to do as a fielding side. Oh, good start. Khurram Shahzad, emerging player.
Yeah, exciting start there. Quetta Gladiators under a little bit of pressure from their performance last night. And that's how you want to start. You want to tell your captain, I'm here for business. That's the line, that's the length, bit of movement. A little bit of worry for Miller early on.
Aerial Carregas, a possible challenge. Oh, lovely. That's from the drone we've seen that from, actually. Onto the lucky draw. And you could win a washing machine. Oh, hurry. It's okay in the end. Went quickly, went straight to the fielder.
There's a decent line that. It was probably played quite square. McMahon, a little bit squarer than he wanted to. Skid on a bit, but probably safe in the end. I guess what Quetta have done really well so far is that they've regathered themselves as a team, which is difficult to do. The next day they got absolutely smashed yesterday by Islamabad, and to reflect on that and come back the way they have has been impressive.
And they've gone back to their strength. If you remember when Sarfraz captained the side here in the UAE, very successful because of spin. It was almost spin to win. And we've already had 3 overs of spin within the power play.
Yeah, absolutely, Buzzard. That's the brighter, colourful fan of the match there. Just log on to Facebook. Brighto paint spots. And you can win a signed ball from the player of the match.
Man of the match.
Man's out there, just short of him.
But Buzzard, going back to your points about spin, there was a stat that we got from a stats man that Quetta were the most successful team here in the UAE, more than any other team, and that was because of Sarfraz's rotation of spin, either through the middle or at the start. We spoke about it yesterday. We hadn't seen a team really bowl spin at the start of an innings. So great stuff for them to change tactics within a day.
And they went back to Nawaz, their most successful bowler as well. I won't rely too much on his stats, because today he gave a stat where Haider Ali had never got out to spin, and first ball what happened. So you have to sort of be wary of what stats you do believe in.
Now, Baz, gee whiz. Couple of blows pretty quickly there. You're on fire. Pushed outside. And they might get a run. Yep, they will.
Bazard Khan in a power play as well.
Correct. Yeah, unnecessary throw, really. $19 for 2.
हमारे फोन पे क्यों दे दे? क्या करेगा?
19 पे 2 खिलाड़ी आउट, पेशावर ज़ल्मी की, और आज क्वेटा नजर आ रहा है वो फैसले करते हुए जिसके लिए वो जाने जाते हैं। नवाज के साथ स्टार्ट किया, टॉस भी पहली बार जीत गए, चेस करेंगे, वो तो खैर कोई नई चीज नहीं है, क्वेटा का शुरू से अंदाज रहा है, चेस करना प्रेफर करते हैं कहीं भी खेल रहे हो। और थोड़ी बॉलिंग भी इन्होंने अपनी दुरुस्त की है, स्टंप्स के करीब हैं आज बॉलर्स।
अभी भी यही है, सेम है।
ये प्लानिंग में गुस्सा भर दिया जाए ना तो फिर ये रिजल्ट होता है, और चोट ठेस खासी लगी होगी। पिछली जिस तरह से हार सहनी पड़ी क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स को, तो ये बस कंटिन्यू करना है इनको, ये जो फॉर्म है और ये जो पैशन के साथ खेल रहे हैं, और थोड़ी सी स्माइल भी अच्छी बात है। हसनैन हमेशा रिलैक्स दिखते हैं। मैं तो सोच रहा था कि मैं इनको मशवरा दूंगा आज अगर कहीं फिर से धुनाई हो जाती है कि अपने मेक ओवर करें कंप्लीट। क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स दोबारा से ड्राइंग बोर्ड पे जाएं।
जो 2 कामयाबी अभी तक हासिल हुई हैं उसमें शोएब मलिक की कामयाबी बहुत अहम है इनके लिए। स्पिन को भी अच्छा खेलते हैं और आज स्पिन अटैक ज्यादा है। ये जे डॉट सुपर ओवर, निशाना लगाना है, स्टंप्स को हिट करे और इनाम पाए। थ्रू आउट HBL PSL 6 रोजी विनर्स नजर आते हैं एंड व्हाई नॉट, हर किस्म की इन्वॉल्वमेंट होनी चाहिए क्योंकि क्राउड नहीं है तो व्यूअर्स की इन्वॉल्वमेंट। 20 पे 2 खिलाड़ी आउट हो गए हैं। अभी आपने थोड़ी बात की कि कभी आप एज अ टीम एज अ यूनिट जब बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर में होते हैं तो शायद आपके ऊपर से वो बोझ भी हट जाता है एक्सपेक्टेशंस का कि आप जीतेंगे कोई मैच, और अचानक कोई एक दिन आपका हो जाए तो शायद वो धक्का स्टार्ट हो जाता है फिर सारा मामला।
हाँ, कहते हैं हार से आप सीखते भी हैं, मगर अगर आपको मुतवातिर फेंटी पड़ रही हो तो फिर मुश्किल हो जाता है। मैं ये समझता हूँ कि अभी भी चेंजेस करने की ज़रूरत है क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स को। जब नेक्स्ट सीजन के लिए आए तो थोड़ी सी नई सोच, नए प्लेयर्स, नए चेहरों के साथ आना चाहिए ना।
लेकिन कल तो फेंटा था, वो फेंटी नहीं थी।
सही कह रहे हैं आप, मतलब मेरा है कि रिकॉर्ड साज परफॉर्मेंस थी इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड की। वाइट बॉल, पीक फ्रीन स्माइल मोमेंट। अभी तक तो क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स के लिए स्माइल मोमेंट चल रहा है। अपनी स्ट्रेंथ पे खेलना चाहिए क्वेटा को। अगर स्ट्रेंथ स्पिन बॉलिंग है तो फिर उनका इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए, जैसे आज किया है। बिल्कुल ही चेंज कर दिया पैटर्न। पहले तेज बॉलर से पिछले मैच में बॉल करवाया था, आज रियलाइज किया कि नहीं, एक तो पिच वही है जो कि पिछले मैच में थी, थोड़े से यूज्ड टू भी हो गए होंगे कंडीशन से। कामरान अकमल के लिए थोड़ा सा इम्तहान चल रहा है, अभी भी फॉर्म उनकी अच्छी है नहीं और वक्त ले रहे हैं, मगर कोई मजायका भी नहीं, क्योंकि हमने देखा कि नए बॉल पे जो इस पिच से जो आपको इम्पैक्ट मिलता है, जो हेल्प मिलती है वो बहुत ज़्यादा मिलती है। और एक दफ़ा बॉल जब पुराना हो जाता है, थोड़ा सा नर्म हो जाता है, तो फिर बैटिंग आसान हो जाती है। तो अब जो भी इन्होंने टाइम स्पेंड किया है, 12 बॉल खेले और T20 टर्म्स में 12 बॉल, शायद ODI में कितने होंगे, 25-30 बॉल, इसका अगर आप मौज़ना करें तो ज़ाया नहीं करना चाहिए इनको ये स्टार्ट।
अगर पहली दफा में फील्डर उठाते तो शायद चांस बनता रन आउट के लिए, लेकिन अच्छा सिंगल रहा। काफी ज्यादा अगर T20 लीग्स को अराउंड द वर्ल्ड देखते हैं और जो ओवरसीज प्रोज की बात होती है, आज डेविड मिलर से ही बात हुई कि अलग ही किस्म का प्रेशर होता है कि उनसे एक्सपेक्टेड होता है कि उनको जिस चीज़ के लिए हायर किया गया है वो पहले लम्हे से ही डिलीवर करना शुरू कर दें। लेकिन इन हालात में, ऐसी सिचुएशंस में जिन कंडीशंस पे आप यूज्ड टू नहीं होता, शायद ये एक गैम्बल होता है कप्तान के लिए कि आप 2 बड़े नाम डालें, लेकिन फिर भी आपके जो अपने लोकल क्रिकेटर्स हैं उन पे आप ज़्यादा रिलाई करते हैं एज अ टीम।
मैं समझता हूं कि आजकल टेक्नीशियन कम है बैट्समैन, और मुश्किल पिच के आपको बहुत कम बैट्समैन दिखेंगे वर्ल्ड सर्किट में, क्योंकि वो धुआंधार बैटिंग जो है वो अच्छी पिचेस पे ये करते हैं, उसी से नाम बनाते हैं। कहीं फंसवी पिच हो तो फिर ये एक्सपोज हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि वो रिदम नहीं मिलता, टेक्निक भी नहीं है, मोमेंटम नहीं है, तो फिर आउट हो जाते हैं ये। 22 पे तो
जी बोलिए, चेक करवा रहा हूँ।
कल भी निकल ही रहा था। उस्मान जल्दी हो उस्मान, टाइम देख लीजिएगा यार हसन भाई हैं। अंदर हो।
पावर प्ले खत्म हो गया और नवाज अब कंटिन्यू करेंगे। 2 विकेट्स इन्हीं की हैं, 5 रन दिए हैं 2 ओवर्स में। अच्छा है कि अगर एक बॉलर अच्छा चल रहा है तो क्यों ना और ज्यादा ऑपोजिशन को प्रेस किया जाए अगेंस्ट द वॉल और ट्राई किया जाए कि शायद एक और विकेट हासिल हो जाए। जैसे कि आपने पहले पॉइंट आउट किया कि कामरान अभी पूरी तरह सेटल नहीं है। लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिन के अगेंस्ट है अच्छे।
नहीं है जाहिद, कम ऑन बेटा, ये रन नहीं है, इतना पीछे बैकफुट पे खड़ा हुआ मेरी जान। शाबाश।
खिलाड़ी आउट होने के बाद
नवाज
कितना चांस देना चाहिए फ्रेंचाइजेस को? अगर आप खासतौर पे ऐसी सिचुएशन में आ जाएं जहां कंट्री ही चेंज हो रही है तो कंडीशंस भी चेंज होंगी। तो जो टीमें सेलेक्ट की गई तो वो किसी पर्टिकुलर कोर्स के लिए की गई थी और फिर प्लेयर्स यहां आके कुछ ऐसे हैं, सब नहीं, न्यूट्रलाइज हो गए।
हाँ, मुश्किल था इसलिए कि जो स्ट्रेंथ थी आपकी पाकिस्तान में वो यहाँ आके वीकनेस बन गई। तो जो आपकी रिप्लेसमेंट्स हैं फिर आपको उसके ऊपर ध्यान देने की ज़रूरत थी कि कौन सा यूएई में अबू धाबी की पिचेस पे जहाँ पे लंबे स्कोर नहीं होते हैं अच्छा साबित हो सकता है। बॉलिंग में कौन से ऐसे बॉलर्स हैं जो कि एडजस्ट कर सकते हैं और एडजस्टमेंट ही नाम है। मैं समझता हूँ वैसे तो इंटरनेशनल जो प्लेयर्स हैं जो आते हैं लीग्स खेलने के लिए सर्किट में वही नाम चलते हैं मोस्टली। 70-80% वही चेहरे हैं। मगर आपकी जो स्ट्रैटेजी और टैक्टिक्स हैं उनमें भी थोड़ा सा बदलाव आने की जरूरत है यूएई के हिसाब से। आज बिल्कुल सही था, स्पिन के थ्रू डोमिनेट किया है और बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग की है। एक तो आपकी एक चाह होती है ना और फिर एक्सिक्यूट अगर वो चाह हो जाए तो फिर जवाब नहीं। और इन्होंने बहुत आला अभी तक बॉलिंग की है नवाज ने
इस गेंद के अलावा।
सारा मेरा तबसरा खराब कर दिया इन्होंने।
लेकिन ये बात समझ नहीं आई कि नवाज को कल क्यों नहीं दी गई गेंद। गालिबन ये कि 2 लेफ्ट हैंडर्स हैं, लेकिन इस लेवल का बॉलर और जब आप नए बॉल के साथ अच्छा कंट्रोल रखते हैं तो आप चांस लेंगे। खासतौर पे जो आपको पता हो कि एक ऑस्ट्रेलियन एक न्यूजीलैंड का बैट्समैन पेस से उनको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, पसंद करते हैं। और फिर जो आपकी कंकशन रिप्लेसमेंट हुई वो भी नसीम शाह, उनको आपने पहला ओवर दे दिया, वो भी 100% दिख नहीं रहते, या तो मेंटली रेडी नहीं थे, उनको उसके सीधा जाके फील्ड में उतर गए।
वो कमाल डिसीजन था वैसे, कंकशन रिप्लेसमेंट को आते ही पहला ओवर करवा दिया। डेविड मिलर के लिए भी इम्तिहान जो है वो कड़ा है। ओहो, खैरियत।
दोनों ने एक दूसरे को बिल्कुल नहीं देखा, कोलाइड हुए हैं। फाफ डु प्लेसी नीचे गिरे हुए हैं। लैक ऑफ कोऑर्डिनेशन है, कोई एक प्लेयर अप्रोच करता है, काफी जोर से इंपैक्ट हुआ है एक दूसरे का।
मेरे ख्याल में सर में चोट लगी है, या तो बहुत जोर से गिरे हैं या फिर हसनैन कि कहीं कोनी वगैरह लगी है। डेविड मिलर जो है उन्होंने बिल्कुल सीधी शॉट खेली और हाँ उनके खुद ही टक्कर मार दी फाफ डु प्लेसी ने उनके जूते में।
दोनों एक दूसरे की आई लाइन में तो हैं, किसी एक को अबॉर्ट कर लेना चाहिए था। गालिबन शायद हसनैन कर सकते थे ये देख के कि फाफ पहुंच गए गेंद पर।
ओहो, घुटना लगा और बहुत बुरी तरह से लगा। एक तो फोर्स थी इनकी गेंद को रोकने के लिए, बहुत तेज भाग के आ रहे थे, बहुत ही उम्दा फील्डर है बाउंड्री पे। और हमने कल देखा कि आंड्रे रसल के गेंद लगा, वो बाहर चले गए और फिर कंकशन रिप्लेसमेंट मिली नसीम शाह और अभी तक हिले नहीं है यहाँ फाफ डु प्लेसी भी।
ये अवॉइड किया जा सकता था।
वही बात है, जब वो जोश हो ना आपका और आपको पता है कि चौका रोकना है तो फिर आप नहीं देखते कि राइट और लेफ्ट पे कौन था। डेविड मिलर जो है वो थोड़े से परेशान दिख रहे हैं, साउथ अफ्रीकन है ये, आई एम श्योर जाके कुछ हाल वाल पूछेंगे वो फाफ डु प्लेसी का। कल्प्रिट भी हैं और अब दोस्त भी बनेंगे, मगर ये इतने बड़े कल्प्रिट नहीं है। मेरे ख्याल से वही बात है कि जोशीले अंदाज में जो फील करने की कोशिश की उसके फिर नताज अब भुगत रहे हैं। अनफॉर्चुनेट है। हैदर अली को थोड़ी सी अपनी गेम बेहतर करनी है। इस तरह से आप जो है बुली नहीं कर सकते हैं सिचुएशन को, और अपने आप को थोड़ा सा वक्त देना है। इनके पास पोटेंशियल टैलेंट है, हम कह के थक गए हैं, मगर उसको जब तक ये रन्स में नंबर्स में नहीं कन्वर्ट करेंगे बात नहीं बनेगी। और शोएब मलिक जल्दी कर गए, बहुत अच्छा खेलते हैं डाउन द ग्राउंड। खाम खा से मिड विकेट की शॉट बनाने की कोशिश की, नया गेंद थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा बाउंस हुआ, स्पिन ज़्यादा नहीं था इस बॉल पे, तेज़ आया और बहुत आला विकेट मिली है। इसलिए कि मैं सोच रहा था शायद नवाज की धुनाई हो जाए शोएब मलिक के हाथों, मगर होश के साथ और हिम्मत के साथ बॉल किए और 2 विकेट्स लिए उन्होंने। और इन्होंने टेम्पो अभी तक सेट किया हुआ है इस बॉलिंग का।
ये अभी तक पेशावर ज़ल्मी बैटिंग की दावत दी इनको 28 पे 2, और कामरान अकमल और मिलर इस वक्त मौजूद क्रीज पर। अब ये जो हुआ है ये छोटा हादसा यहाँ पर, ये भी कंकशन में ही आएगा, और अगर आएगा तो फिर सरफराज के लिए एक और फैसला है अब यहाँ पर, क्योंकि जिस सिचुएशन में फाफ नजर आ रहे हैं मुझे नहीं लगता कि वो बैटिंग करने आना चाहेंगे। उन्होंने अपने आप को बिल्कुल स्टिल रखा हुआ है और ये सही तरीका भी है।
आपको आइडिया नहीं होता जब सर पे चोट लगती है, आपको पता नहीं है कि कितनी गहरी है, किस किस्म की है, और इसके कई दफ़ा जो आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स होते हैं ऐसी चोट के वो बाद में पता चलते हैं। सो बिल्कुल सही कर रहे हैं, और अब देखना यही है कि कितने फिट हैं, क्या हो सकता है या नहीं हो सकता। ये हादसा पेश इस तरह से आया, बहुत जोर से टक्कर लगी, और बस उम्मीद यही करते हैं कि ठीक होंगे। खैर खड़े हो गए और बहुत अच्छी बात है, अपना टाइम लिया इन्होंने, मगर सरफराज उन्हें यही कह रहे हैं कि आप बाहर जाइए, थोड़ा सा रेस्ट करें, थोड़ा अपने आप को टाइम देना पड़ेगा। सर की चोट जो है वो आसान नहीं होती है। थोड़ा सा मेरे ख्याल से पता नहीं कट लगा या नहीं लगा, या हेयर कट है, मुझे समझ नहीं लग रही।
नहीं, बेहतर फैसला है कि थोड़ा सा अपने आप को और असेस करवा लें फिजियो से, और अपने आप को भी थोड़ा टाइम दें। सो 28 पे 2 खिलाड़ी आउट, ये 7वें ओवर का खेल जारी है। साथ साथ सलाम दुआ भी चल रही है लोगों से।
थोड़े से डेज दिख रहे हैं, और अच्छा है कि बाहर आके बैठ गए हैं। एक तो ह्यूमिडिटी भी है, गर्मी भी है, ऊपर से फिर इस तरह की चीज हो जाए तो मुश्किल हो जाता है। अब्दुल रऊफ और से इनका सर जो है वो देख रहे हैं, फिजियो हैं, कायरो प्रैक्टिशनर है अब्दुल रऊफ, और बहुत आला किस्म के कायरो प्रैक्टिशनर है। मुझे याद है मेरा शोल्डर डिसलोकेट हो गया था ऑस्ट्रेलिया टूर से पहले, बहुत पुरानी बात है ये। तो शोल्डर डिसलोकेशन के बाद आपको वक्त लगता है, क्योंकि आपका जो डॉक्टर्स हैं हाथ जो है वो स्लिंग में बांध देते हैं, और आपको कहते हैं आप 4 हफ्ते तक अब मूवमेंट नहीं कर सकते। तो होता ही है कि 4 हफ्ते के बाद आपका शोल्डर बहुत वीक हो जाता है। तो अब्दुल रऊफ ये उन्होंने गारंटी मुझे दी कि अब मैं आपको ऑस्ट्रेलिया 12 दिन में भिजवा दूंगा, और ऐसी ज़बरदस्त मालिश की इन्होंने उस शोल्डर की कि वो जो मेरा दूसरा शोल्डर था वो मुझे वीक नज़र महसूस होना शुरू हो गया। मगर बहुत ही पाए कि ये तो मैं आपको अपनी पर्सनल गारंटी दे सकता हूँ, बहुत ही आला कायरो प्रैक्टिशनर है।
जो उस टाइम पे फिजियो एज फिजियो नहीं होता था, यानी यही स्वीयर भी और फिजियो भी एक ही शख्स है।
हाँ नहीं, कुछ लोग कहेंगे देसी इलाज है और ये है और वो है, मगर काम किया और ऑस्ट्रेलिया गया फिर मैं।
इस सिचुएशन को पूरी तरह अपने फेवर में लेना होगा क्वेटा को, क्योंकि उनकी ओवरऑल जो इस वक्त टेबल पे पोजीशन है वो भी कोई इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, बिल्कुल लास्ट पर हैं, 4 मैच जीतने हैं। तो अगर आपने ऑपोजिशन को 29 पे 2 आउट रखा हुआ है, 7वां ओवर होने वाला है ख़त्म, यहाँ से अगर ग्रिफ्ट लूज करते हैं गेम की तो फिर आप किसी और को ब्लेम कर नहीं सकते।
या जैसे कि वो इश्तहार था अभी मशरूबात का, स्टिंग लाना पड़ेगा इनको अपनी क्रिकेट में, स्विच ऑन करना पड़ेगा अपनी क्रिकेट का। आजम खान को थोड़ी सी अपनी फील्डिंग बेहतर करनी है, इसलिए कि कोशिश तो बहुत करते हैं मगर रन्स फिर भी दे ही देते हैं। 30 पे 2।
यही रहा। हाँ नवाज मिड विकेट निकल जा, नवाज मिड विकेट निकल जा। जल्दी आजम क्या बस कैमरन
तो 30 पे 2 शॉट अच्छा खेला है, बैकफुट पॉइंट के पास से 4 हासिल हो सकते हैं और हो गए।
देखिए इनको कट खेलना तो ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे कि जब ये 3 साल के थे तब से खेल रहे हैं। इतनी पक्की शॉट है इनकी, यहाँ पे बॉल नहीं करना, बहुत ही जिसको कहते हैं ना मुलायम शॉट खेले, बिल्कुल ऐसा नहीं लगा कि जोर लगाया हो। यमी शॉट। और अब जो इन्होंने टाइम स्पेंड किया है उसका फायदा उठाना है कामरान अकमल को। अभी तक तो बड़ी तसल्ली हौसले से खेले हैं, गलत शॉट्स नहीं खेले हैं, सिंगल्स पे कंसंट्रेट किया, अपने आप को वक्त दिया इन्होंने।
इस बार फील्डर को पाया उन्होंने, उस्मान खान। कभी कभार ऐसा फील भी होता है जब जाहिद गेंद कर रहे होते हैं, या तो ये माहौल है पीएसएल का, जल्दी में होते हैं, अपना ओवर कर रहे होते हैं। पाकिस्तान वाली लेग में भी तो काफी रन इसीलिए पड़े थे। इस बार स्लॉक किया। अभी तक जो मैचेस हुए उसमें यही चीज नजर आई है कि आप स्टंप्स में अगर यहाँ गेंद कर रहे हैं तो ना सिर्फ बैट्समैन को सोच में डालते हैं, आपके लिए फायदा इसी में है कि करीब रहें जितना बॉडी के हों।
बिग फ्रीन स्माइल मोमेंट के साथ जो है इनको भी क्रिकेट खेलनी चाहिए जाहिद को, क्योंकि बहुत बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म इनको मिला है। मैं समझता हूँ एक लेग स्पिनर के लिए पहली जो चीज करने वाली है कि आप अपने जहन में एक चीज बनाएं कि मैंने ड्राइव खानी है, मैंने गेंद आगे करना है। ओवर पिच हो जाता है, वो इतना बुरा बॉल नहीं है जितना कि आप शॉर्ट पिच बॉल कराते हैं, उसमें आपको फिर बहुत एंगल्स पे मार पड़ सकती है। बहुत बड़ा छक्का, लाजवाब शॉट है, इनके आंख में गेंद आई। और यही मसला होता है जब एक लेग स्पिनर बॉल कर रहा होता है एक लेफ्ट हैंडर को, क्योंकि ज्यादा कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं। और मिलर जो है वो किसी वजह से किलर, हालांकि अटेम्प्टेड गुगली थी, टॉप स्पिन बन गई और बहुत ही आला बैट स्विंग, बैलेंस लाजवाब। आप फॉरेन प्लेयर्स को खिलाते हैं सीखने के लिए, और आई थिंक जितने भी यंग पाकिस्तानी जो खेल रहे हैं बल्लेबाज, इनकी बैटिंग से आप बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं।
जो शॉट मारा है इन्होंने, क्रिकेटिंग टर्म में जो वैसे स्ट्रीट होते हैं, मुंह में गेंद कर दी और बिल्कुल परेशानी नहीं हुई। वो वही बात जिसका जिक्र हो रहा था कि अगर आप डर नहीं रहे फ्लाइट देने से तो रिजल्ट आपके फेवर में भी आ सकता है, लेकिन पहले आपने दावत देनी होगी बैट्समैन को बड़ी हिट लगाने की। अच्छा ओवर है अभी तक ज़ल्मी के लिए, एक छक्का एक चौका इसमें लगा है और 8 ओवर्स के बाद 42 पे 2। बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है मिलर पर, खासतौर पे शुएब मलिक जल्दी आउट हो गए तो उनको अब ऐसे बहुत सारे शॉट्स खेलने होंगे आगे।
देखिए गुगली जब कराई तो फिर स्पिन होना चाहिए था, ये टॉप स्पिनर जो है उनकी रेंज में आ गया। जहीर खान अफगानिस्तान के रिस्ट स्पिनर है, एक्यूरेट है और कमाल स्पिन। एक फौज तैयार हो रही है अफगानिस्तान की, बहुत आला टैलेंट है। अभी मैं इंग्लिश कमेंट्री में बता रहा था सिकंदर के 3 लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर्स तो ये अभी इस वक्त खेल रहे हैं HBL PSL में अफगानिस्तान के।
उनका रनअप भी ऑलमोस्ट एक मीडियम पेसर का रनअप है। राशिद भी थोड़ा सा दौड़ना चाहते हैं, एक गेंद अंदर आया। अच्छा मिक्स करते हैं इन्होंने, पहले भी यहाँ अबू धाबी में टूर्नामेंट में बड़ी उम्दा परफॉर्मेंस दी थी और काफी बड़े बड़े नामों को, एलेक्स सेल्स इन लोगों को परेशान किया था। का बॉल स्किड होता है, बट फ्लैट ट्रैजेक्टरी से कराते हैं, तेज गेंद कराते हैं। वही इनका जो अंदाज है आने का तेज, उसमें गेंद जाता भी इस तरह से है, रीड नहीं कर पाए इसको।
प्रेशर बनाया हुआ है। ऐसे बॉलर को आपको हाथ से खेलना पड़ेगा, जिसको कहते हैं। अगर आपने देखा कि कहां गेंद पिच हुआ, उसके बाद मैं खेलूंगा, बहुत देर फिर हो जाती है।
ये सही बल्ले पे नहीं आया, लेकिन बचत हो गई बिल्कुल यहाँ पर 30 यार्ड सर्कल के बिल्कुल करीब थे खुर्रम शहजाद। थोड़ा शायद जल्दी अगर मूव करते और इसको एंटिसिपेट करते तो चांस हो सकता था, गेंद तक उंगलियां लगती। पूरा शॉट नहीं खेल पाए कामरान।
या स्वीप करने के लिए तो ये नींद में भी तैयार होते हैं, बहुत दफा खेलते हैं ऐसी शॉट, और बाल बाल बच गए इस दफा। आप स्वीप शॉट ज्यादा उस वक्त खेलते हैं जब आपको स्पिनर की समझ ना आ रही हो। तो जैसे कहते हैं ना कि व्हेन इन डाउट प्ले ट्रम्प, तो इसी तरह से इनका भी हाल है। आगे जो है वो 3 वेस्ट इंडियंस आ रहे हैं, और इनको शुक्र करना चाहिए कि दूसरे अफगानी बॉलर नहीं है आज, यानी कि राशिद खान। ढेर कर दिया था उन्होंने, एक ही ओवर में शायद, या 1.5 ओवर में तीनों को आउट कर दिया था उन्होंने।
उनकी परफॉर्मेंस बहुत ही अलग थी। पहले ओवर में 15 रन, और उसके बाद टोटल एनालिसिस में सिर्फ 20 रन और 5 विकेट। 9 ओवर मुकम्मल, 47 पे 2। सैंतालीस पे 2 खिलाड़ी आउट। 9 ओवर्स का खेल मुकम्मल, और स्पिन कंटिन्यू करते हुए मिलर का पहली ही गेंद पे अच्छा शॉट, और सीधा प्रेशर जाहिद महमूद पे डाल दिया है। जब आप पहली ही बॉल पे कोई बाउंड्री या छक्का मार दें तो फिर सोचने पे मजबूर कर देते हैं बॉलर को, खासतौर पे यंग बॉलर हो तो थोड़ा प्रेशर बढ़ेगा।
बहुत आला बैटिंग कर रहे हैं, इसलिए कि प्रेशर में आए थे खेलने के लिए, मगर कहीं से ऐसा महसूस नहीं उन्हें होने दिया कि इनकी उस वक्त ज़हनी हालत जो थी वो कैसी थी, क्योंकि आते ही अटैक किया इन्होंने, और बहुत ही आला कदमों का इस्तेमाल, और चौका। प्रेशर है लेग स्पिनर पे, और बहुत ही आला छक्का, यानी कि अंदाज लाजवाब था, इसलिए कि ऊपर उन्होंने सर ही नहीं उठाया। जैसे गोल्फ की शॉट खेलते हैं ना, कि आपको पक्का पता है कि बॉल को देखा अगर आपने तो सीधी जाएगी और लंबी जाएगी। हाँ, शाबाशी भी मिल रही है शायद, और भी कुछ कह रहे हो। फिर से गुगली ट्राई की, फिर से गेंद स्पिन नहीं हुआ, और देखे नीचे देख रहे थे विकेट की तरफ, जबकि गेंद हवा में जा रही थी। जबरदस्त बैटिंग।
गेस चेंज करते हुए इस ओवर में मिलर इस बार 2 रन बना लिए। काफी बड़ी बाउंड्रीज हैं स्क्वायर ऑफ द विकेट, और आहिस्ता आहिस्ता रन बॉल जो इनिंग्स है वो बढ़ते हुए इनके फेवर में जा रही है।
इनकी कमाल बात जो है अभी तक स्पिन के खिलाफ इस इनिंग्स में, कि कदमों का इस्तेमाल करके भी छक्का लगा रहे हैं, और क्रीज से भी खड़े होकर छक्का लगा रहे हैं। सो बहुत बड़ी बात है ये। इतने पावरफुल स्ट्रॉन्ग प्लेयर हैं कि दोनों तरह से ये हावी हो सकते हैं, कदमों के इस्तेमाल के साथ भी और क्रीज से भी। बहुत आला टाइमिंग, अच्छी फील्डिंग, स्वीप शॉट थी, और गोली की रफ्तार से गेंद गया फील्डर की तरफ।
आगे आ जाओ तुम।
एरियल एक फाइनल वॉश, और मिलर भी ऐसे ही मूड में नजर आ रहे हैं। कल की इनिंग्स इन्होंने देखी मनरो की, आज रेप्लिका कुछ रिपीट करना चाहते हैं इस ओवर में। खास तौर पे अभी तक 13 रन मिल गए इनको। कामरान अकमल के लिए थोड़ा सा बेहतर ये हो गया कि अगर एक एंड से मिलर मार रहे हैं तो ये छुप सकते हैं थोड़ी देर के लिए, उसमें उनके ऊपर प्रेशर थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा।
अगर ये बात है तो सिकंदर छुपन छुपाई में फर्स्ट आएंगे ये, क्योंकि हैंड्स डाउन जीत रहे हैं।
50 की पार्टनरशिप भी मुकम्मल हुई दोनों के बीच में, और एक बार फिर बड़ा शॉट, इस बार उससे भी बड़ा छक्का और एक बड़ा ओवर। एक बार फिर यहां पर जायद महमूद प्रेशर में 14 रन हासिल हुए। 61, 2 खिलाड़ी आउट, इनफैक्ट 67, 2 खिलाड़ी आउट 10 ओवर्स के बाद।
Well, David Miller is up and running now, that is for sure. 37 from 30. Very, very clean striking. Good use of the feet, lovely technique, head is down. And that bat swing is very, very effective. I can tell you something. Of all the South Africans who've played T20 cricket around the world, AB de Villiers has the most sixes, no real surprises there. David Miller of the South Africans is second with 322.
JP, you called it beautifully. You've played with David Miller. You sensed that he was going to target this over. And it's put Zalmi in a beautiful position after 10. He wasn't happy with just the first 2 boundaries and the first 2 balls. He wanted to finish it and make it a big over. And that puts doubts in Sarfraz's mind. How does he rotate his bowlers? And then you might go in with a blueprint or a plan as a captain, and that plan changes when a batsman like Miller is dominating out there.
Finds a way through, finds a way down to the boundary. The runs are really flowing now, and that body language is changing size. It was Quetta Gladiators who were the happier right at the start. Peshawar Zalmi now starting to smile as well. This is well timed. Look at this. And the dive doesn't quite make it.
Yeah, an Opo's smart hit. And you just see the shift in momentum now for the Zalmis. And we talk about that previous over. How big of a momentum shift was it? 45 runs scored in the last 4 overs.
That's a very optimistic appeal, to say the least. So nothing much happening there. Time for a cup of tea. Tapal tea, of course.
Yes, boys.
He's brought his own halos.
Is that him waving the ball away over mid-on after he's hit it?
Yeah, he is into that sort of dismissive category now, isn't he? It's rather more gentle. What do you reckon his fastest T20 100 is in international cricket? How many balls, David Miller?
I don't know this, but I'm going to say 17. 100. That'd be for 50.
Well, okay, we'll try doubling.
I won't double that. No,
try doubling.
So, is it a world record?
World record. I think he equaled it, if I'm not mistaken.
You were there, JP?
I did. I sat with my pads on.
And you wish they'd sent you in when he went in.
Right, can you just do the maths? Double 17.
42.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Oh, well, no, 34 of doubling
Yeah,
the
okay.
maths, but I'm going to say 42. I know what 17 times 2 is. Okay, just for the audience that might
South
doubt
Africa,
my
wasn't
maths. 34.
Okay. The answer, though, I'm afraid, is 35, so you're very close. Potterstrom. Yeah, so he ain't going to do that tonight, but in this sort of form now he's got himself going. This is a fabulous chance for David Miller to make a real mark on this section of the tournament. Straight down to long off for one. They've not got a times tables book for Grant Elliott. 75 for 2.
Left him over. Only one.
Dragged away wide of long on. Brave effort, real brave effort out there, but never going to be good enough.
Yeah, the confidence is growing for David Miller. Generally, when he gets past that 25 ball mark, he's a man that you struggle to get out. And he's showing the confidence that he has in the shorter formats. We've seen him play some outstanding innings. Oh, we're up for one again tonight.
Successive boundaries, and that's an even better shot. Picks the length so well. 50 for David Miller, 51 now from just 36 balls, and he seems to be placing it at will.
Oh, he's definitely getting into his work now. This is full, and when he's hitting it the way he is at the moment, he's going to dispatch you every time. Great shot, David Miller.
I'm not sure that Azam Khan has fielded one cleanly yet tonight. He's in a key position there, just behind square on the offside. And that little misfield allows another single. Nonchalant acceptance of the applause for the 50. But he is now the key man.
Nice, Jack.
That boundary is taking a peppering, not just from David Miller now. They're both at it. 88 for 2. And
yeah, it's all about the partnership. It's currently standing at 78 of 59 deliveries. The aggressor has been David Miller, but the opportunity was given to Kamran Akmal. Took it with both hands.
Come on.
12 overs now done. 89 for 2.
But David Miller, he's turned it around. HBL PSL Hamare Heroes, powered by Inverex. Today we meet Hamza Arshad Bhatti, who is a young innovator making robots.
हमारी टीम is one of the most successful high school robotics teams of Pakistan. हमने 3 दफ़ा नेशनल चैम्पियनशिप्स भी जीती हैं, फर्स्ट लेगो लीग और फर्स्ट ग्लोबल चैलेंज के लिए पाकिस्तान को यूएसए में रिप्रेजेंट भी किया है. STEM education is not very accessible in Pakistan. तो हमारा ख्वाब है कि हम उसे spread करें to each faction of the population ताकि वो उससे फ़ायदा हासिल कर सकें.
So it's back to Nawaz. Partnership has built. They've gone to their main spinner.
Hello.
पंजाबी का लफ्ज़ है चस. तो हर चैलेंज में चस तलाश करें और कभी भी हार ना माने. Nothing can stop you.
He goes again, and once he hits it, there's only one result.
My oh my, David Miller is smoking the ball tonight. If you are going to fall short, if you're going to make it, just look at that, it was short in length and bang, out of the park. 81 meters. He's shown his big hitting today.
Hafiz Farman Ali, Inverex Solar Energy representative, giving him 240,000 PKR. So this discussion now, because of the power that Miller is possessing, he's suddenly turned this game around. He does this so often, gives himself time and then ups the ante.
Yeah, and this is a tough scenario for Nawaz, being left arm spinner, bowls right into that hitting zone essentially.
Goes wide, but he goes over extra. Another boundary.
And this time Nawaz doing the right thing. He saw Miller coming down. Not much wrong with the ball. He saw him coming down, took it, make it short and wide, but still the class of the batter, Miller. Using the feet so well, going through with the shot and that follow through. Excellent batting.
Where does he go now? He can't go leg side, can't go wide. Still goes wide and hits the man at cover. It struck well, struck straight to the man.
Excellent fielding. Not quite straight to him. He had to shift and pretty quickly to his right. Miller hits the ball very hard. And it gets to you whether you're on the fence or you're in the 30-yard circle. It gets you and hits your hands. But that's a good piece of fielding because it just gives the bowler some respite. He can bowl a ball at the other batsman.
Goes wide and thrashed through the offside. That's too wide. And conceding another 4.
And that's what happens when you put bowlers under pressure. He changed the field. It's a defensive field against Kamran Akmal, who has not played really well against the left-arm spinner. Short and wide, 3 fielders at the cut, and Kamran Akmal making sure it goes to the boundary. This is defensive bowling now because David Miller has put a lot of pressure on Mohammad Nawaz.
It couldn't be wide. Just couldn't be. Or short. It's just crying for right at the stumps. He's got to go at the stumps.
Short and wide again, smashed through the offside again. It's not working. Third boundary off the over with that 6. It's 109 for 2.
पूरा ओवर पूरा स्पेल खराब कर दिया अपना ये बॉल अच्छा खासा टाइम तो कर इतना भी ढीला मत छोड़ बहुत टाइम दे रहा था यार
The 20 off that last over, last delivery, again going really wide. The field's set with 3 men behind point, but it's so wide and so short that it's just going to be hit or thrashed to the fence. Yeah, but if you set a predominantly field for the cut shot, interesting. Teleport with some pace.
Yeah, medium pace. Take pace off. You'll know David Miller quite well.
That's 100, Enveric's 100. That's another fumble there in the field, but there were 2 fielders, so not much damage. And this 100 partnership between David Miller and Kamran Akmal coming off just 67 deliveries.
It's a good ploy. Take all the pace off, and Miller would like it to come on to him. Yeah, there's a little chirp between the two. They know each other well, play for the same franchise. And he wouldn't want to get out to him. Doesn't want to allow his mate to get him out, particularly when he's in such good touch.
Yeah, it's gone, and that's gone out of the park. Gave himself a bit of room and launched it.
And that's HBL Tournament 6's 229. And this was a bit too full, and Kamran Akmal making sure he goes right straight down the ground and out of the park. 88 meters.
Oh. Right in the slot. And they're not going to wait till later. The onslaught has begun, and every time there's a change in terms of bowling, and they'll look to do that. Just, yeah, he thinks, right, that was there as well, should have gone as well, probably swung too hard.
Oh, too slow. Went through the shot, but might just, well, he's done well. And 3 runs conceded, but Kamran Akmal will feel he missed out.
No ball, kaun si? Foot no ball.
Oh, it's a no ball as well, is it?
Acha, foot no ball hui hai.
It is a no ball.
Oh, no, 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 you don't need this. Last 30 balls has gone 15.2 to the over. You don't need a no ball. Oh, dear.
And here Kamran Akmal trying to hit it too hard, losing his shape, but Hasnain doing really well at the boundary. Fast bowler making sure he saves some runs for the team, because that's what they need. David Miller is smoking the ball, and there's a free hit, and Quetta Gladiators are not really Bowling in the death has not been their strongest weapon in this PSL and in the last. They have conceded a lot of runs, but just a single of that free hit.
A big no ball, and considering he's just jogging in 2 paces. Well, the thing is, Quetta went for so many runs yesterday. And now they're going again. Kamran Akmal brings up his 50 in the massive style.
Oh, brilliant stuff. He's played second fiddle somewhat to David Miller, who's hit it miles, but he too can be aggressive. And having started poorly in the tournament, these are welcome runs, not just to him, to his team as well. In the slot, this time not trying to hit it too hard, just keeping the shape and getting it out the middle for 6.
Goes again, swings hard, gets another boundary. This time it's down to third man. Kamran Akmal now turning it on. And Peshawar, well, they're galloping along for 134 for 2. And Quetta will welcome the Tapal T strategic timeout.
With the end of the Tapal T strategic timeout, score 134 for 2. A resurrected innings this, actually. Started off pretty slowly, a couple of wickets lost very early, none for 1 and 10 for 2. And there's the man who's been a part of the revival along with Kamran Akmal. Killer Miller, what's up? How are you? Has it been a change in pitch and the way it's behaved, or has it been just you decided to change gear yourself and come run? Have you been gymming? Because you look stronger. Yeah, those guns look bigger as well. Come on, go on back and carry on. Hopefully you keep hitting it far. Cheers.
There you go, with that gym and with those arms that he's built up. Well, he's hit the ball even further. Hits it so hard. That's the power of the man. And able to dismiss everything from his presence. It's been a typical Miller innings. And hopefully, for Peshawar's sake, there's a lot more to come. Last 2 overs, 45 runs scored. And you would think, Pommy, this is for you. A question for you is, last night they got absolutely smashed by United. Now they're in a similar situation where they're getting smashed. Will those memories come back to haunt them?
Definitely. I don't think they've gone away. I think maybe if they did, it was fleeting. It was for 4 or 5 overs and when they got a couple of wickets early.
He does make sure that he reaches towards the ball. That's why he can extend his arms and get so much power. Also uses his feet. So his extension of arms and using the feet makes it almost impossible to find a length against him.
He's in decent touch. He's been in decent touch of late, and you'll remember it, Basit, that 85 not out from 45 balls.
Yeah, I do remember it. Pakistan won the game.
You're clearly answering your own question. Never mind, move on. There's a review. Looked like it was sliding. Let's see.
A review for W and original decision matter. Start with this front foot, please. Yes, fair delivery. Move on spin vision, please. Looks like the way for the bat. Forward right, please. Roll forward, roll forward. Yeah. Flat line, no bat involved. Go to the ball tracking when you're ready, please. Because of waiting for the ball tracking. Original decision not out, pitching off, impact in line, and wicket hitting. Shows up you need to reverse your decision. Wait for the call, you on screen, make your signal.
What a review that is. Oh, match-changing review. Nobody expected that, and they've come up trumps. Kamran Akmal has to walk back. Hey, everybody thinking maybe sliding down, but no. 3 reds, out for 59, 135 for 3. Robman Powell walks in, a huge wicket for Quetta Gladiators. Kamran Akmal dismissed. The partnership has been cut short because of a fantastic review.
Yeah, sliding beautifully onto leg stump.
That's a good recovery for me.
Yeah, he can't believe it. He thought, oh man, I was just about to cut loose. And they're surprised.
It starts off with a lovely punch down the ground and it's raced away.
That's the top shot. Coming into bat, facing your first delivery, and that too a variation, a slow one. But you played with the straight bat over the umpire's head this time for 4 runs. Top shot there to start your innings with.
Yeah, they need to just crawl back into this game and make sure that Peshawar don't go massive in the last 6. The wicket helps. Miller, on the other hand, they want Miller quickly as well. But saying that, they've got plenty of players who can do that. Kande se both hata de move, head and shoulders. They've got Rutherford, Fabian Allen, Wahab Riaz who can smash it and remove that boj. Playing a miss. Yeah, after that 125 run partnership, just calming down. Tapalti.
With David Miller set there, and with Quetta Gladiators form in the death overs, Peshawar would be really confident that they can post the highest runs that have been made in this leg up till now.
We'll have to re-bowl that. It'll be interesting to know what you think now is a power score. We've seen it all on this ground. We've seen low score defended. We've seen, well, yesterday chased down. Do you think 200 is a power score, or do you think 180 is? I'm quite unsure.
So I think sort of around 180, 175, 180. I'd say is par, and par isn't necessarily what wins you the game. You'd say that you're in the game. Oh, hurry, hurry. He's okay. You're in the game, but not necessarily to win it if you get 175 or 180. 1 for 1 for 3.
सामने आ जाओ इसकी बारी में बात सुन मिड विकेट ले ले ये छोटी नहीं मारेगा नहीं ये वाला ओके इधर आओ नवाज जल्दी आ आसान तुम यार अच्छा जाओ अभी जाओ पीछे जाओ भाग के आगे रहो एक पे रहना नवाज एक पे
Yes, Nan just pulling things back in that last over. 5 overs remaining, is 141. And left arm wrist spin into the attack. And you want to bowl mostly to Powell.
Yeah, ball, very well bowled.
Very well bowled there. And it's going to be very interesting how much strike David Miller gets there. And there's a lot of dew. You can see as a spinner it's not very easy to grip the ball, as a fast bowler also to get on in those yorkers, those slow ones, you need to grip the ball better. So we have also seen a lot of misfielding, a lot of fumbles in Quetta's fielding effort. So that might also be because there's a bit of dew.
Yeah, throw onto what Bazid was asking about a little earlier, about what are power scorers. And that certainly comes into it. When there's dew, it'll slide on nicely on the pitch. And so as the batting side, it's imperative that Miller plays till the end, that he controls what's going on from here, and they get what in their minds is a competitive total, but more than that. So 180, 190.
Yeah, just a single now. Miller, before Pommy's interview, was batting superbly. Now let's see if he carries on.
Oh, you and your great big spoon. You carry it everywhere.
Well, the faster one, he's managed to just get it into the gap. They'll come back for 2. You see the pressure that Miller is exerting. He didn't go and bowl a leg break or googly. He went a seam up.
You can definitely see good fielding effort, considering there's dew. It was traveling fast.
Yeah, that's not just the dew. That's all. Perhaps I shouldn't bowl that one. Let me think about that and dry my hands, and now ready again and clear with what he wants to bowl.
Yeah, hits it over, cover, power personified, boundary to end the over, brings up the 150, 16 gone.
It's been a grand recovery. The start was slow, and the middle part of the innings has been outstanding, rocking in fact Peshawar Zalmi. Oh, have a look at that skyer. That is humongous. Whoa, jumbo size.
Yep, even Darren Sammy likes to look at that one. 231 sixes, HBL tournament sixes now. They've been adding to that tally rapidly tonight. That's beautifully struck. That is one to admire. Stand and deliver. Whoa. I think they've got this the wrong way round. With the spinners bowling at David Miller, the ball kept disappearing out of the stadium. We saw the West Indian contingent the other night struggle against spin, save the spinners for the West Indians on that basis alone. But now that Rodman Powell is in, he's been delivered the sort of diet he likes as a deliveroo with the pace there. So I think the tactics need questioning.
Incredible batting by Miller. I think his approach was so good, so refreshing. He's aggressive, but in an intelligent way, JP, because he knew the game plan, followed it, backed his natural instincts, and instinctively he's a hitter. He's a great timer of the ball, used the feet against spin, Hit them for a 6 or 2 from the crease as well. Tremendous going.
Yeah, even though he's renowned for his big hitting, he's the type of player that enjoys time at the crease first to get himself in, settle in. And he recognized the moment, particularly with the leg spinner coming on. That was the moment where he could change the shift in the game, but also a shift in his innings. And now it's about trying to build this partnership again. Just under 4 overs left. When you think about where Peshawar was after the power play, only 22 runs on the board. And how well have they done to recover and put themselves in a dominant position? 15 runs and over in the last 30 deliveries.
Oh, zingers are lit and he's gone. Extremely efficient blow. Timely blow, I'd still say. A lot of overs left for Miller really to go berserk. He's already done that in this innings, but he's mighty disappointed because he's been timing them flawlessly for 4s and 6s. Missed this one.
Yeah, well, if you miss as a batsman, the bowler is going to hit when it's that straight. So welcome relief for Curran, and a very useful wicket indeed for Quetta, because Miller was in danger just running away with the rest of the innings had he been allowed to stay there. It's been a brilliant innings, absolutely brilliant, fabulous to watch. He's still there though, for one little thing maybe. They are just checking, I think, just checking the front foot for a potential no ball. So he might, if it all goes horribly wrong, be reprieved, but no, he won't. So he will continue on his way back to the shed. Fantastic 73 from 46, but it's 4 down now for 157.
Sharfin Rutherford is in. Right, these last few overs still mean a great deal to both sides. A good finish here for Quetta Gladiators will give them some hope, whilst a quick fire 30 cameo from Rutherford or Powell really can turn the game on its head and in their favour.
Yeah, David Miller will be really disappointed with this. He did all the hard work. And an aerial clean out, if ever there was one. All the hard work to get himself into position to really make a major impact in this game. Did well to recover and gave himself a chance. Played a good hand with his 73.
Maybe didn't aim it straighter. Normally he's been hitting the ball straight. Went a little squarer. A couple of nice deliveries to the newcomer. There's always room to make a comeback. If a wicket goes down, there's always an outside opportunity for you to crawl back into the game.
We talked a lot about these pitches, and they've all been slightly different. This is the pitch they used last night, being used for a second time, which is fine. And it's going through well at the moment. I mean, there's a bit of carry, a bit of bounce. And by and large, batsmen in this form of the game quite like that as well. But when you're getting yourself in like Rutherford at the moment, you've got to be very careful not to dangle that bat as he did with that last delivery.
Plays it down quietly for a run, and it's 158 for 4. It was termed a difficult pitch, maybe if you bat well around 150 pitch, but I think they've done it exceedingly well to be at 158 for 4 after 17. And Sarfraz will have to unfortunately take some of the blame for getting them to a run rate of 9.5. That's into the gap for 4. That's such good placement. Really was well connected.
Well, he's a specialist at this, isn't he? Coming in late in an innings, getting going as quickly as possible. And there is an awful lot of wrist work in this. It's amazing, actually. It's almost a contortion to get it into the gap.
Got to have a plan. Death bowling plan. Can't bowl on the pads and length. Trying a variation, not working. It's got up in the air. It's a difficult one, is it? Oh, it's dropped. It's grassed. Zaid Khan from Afghanistan there, circling under that one and dropping in at the end.
Yeah, they're never easy, especially at night with the lights. And you've got to get yourself in the right position first. You've got to get yourself set first. Rutherford knew he'd completely miscued it. And he just got all in a bit of a tangle there. Gets the hands on it, but he's off balance and it's impossible, almost impossible to take the catch once you're falling like that.
Into the gap 2 is the call. Oh, stutter. And it's a pretty ordinary return from the deep. A lot of confusion between the two runners, and a loopy kind of a return in the middle patch of the pitch, saving them in the end. This was the drop.
Feeling better then? Yeah, it's cruel on the bowler. Hasnain could have done with that wicket. Took it well, actually. Reaction was quite muted from him.
In the slot and gone straight. Wow, pretty substantial that hit. Gloriously done.
HBL Tournament 6 up to 232. This has travelled a long, long way. Tried to cut his fingers over the top of it, Hasnain, but that slot thing seems to crop up a lot. And it's carried the sight screen, it's carried into the seats behind. Well, while they're picking the ball back.
enjoy it.
Very nice, very refreshing. There's a committee out there now just sorting out these cricket balls.
It has been that, exactly that for Zalmi. Smile moment, peak Freen's smile moment. They're running away with the game at this stage. This is tremendous striking from Zalmi. Once again, watching the ball and not looking at his partner.
It feels like it's an obvious ploy in terms of the length that they're bowling. It seems to be that good length, back of a length. We saw the variable bounce yesterday, yes, but it seems a lot better pitch today. And we see the feel that they've had and persisted with. They've kept the mid-off up in the ring, which limits the options that Hasnain has. And unfortunately, he hasn't hit the sort of length that he was looking for. We saw the slot ball, the previous delivery. And that is what these two in Rutherford and Powell, they love pouncing on those type of deliveries.
Pats it down for a run. Very good over for Zalmi's. It's 173 for 4. Oh, that's a smashing cover drive, but there is protection. Only a single.
We were talking about the variable bounce that we saw in yesterday's game. And from Quetta's perspective, they would have done their homework playing in the game last night. How could they get better? It's all about the length that makes the difference, as well as the line. We saw when Quetta had ball in hand, they were spraying it all over the place. Monroe, Khawaja pounced on them.
Should consider himself extremely lucky that that was protected. It was such a soft ball on the pads.
Yeah, just picking up on that bounce. I mean, it was right at the start of the game that it was worst, wasn't it? Poor old Faf, seemed to cop the worst of it himself. And then, but you're right, there's an element of when batsmen take control, then the pitch will inevitably look better anyway. But it did play better. Monroe made the point that he thought that little bit of dew just helped the pitch actually improve. And I think tonight, actually, the pitch has played really well. The same pitch.
That's a good delivery. Yorker, keep it simple. It's a difficult ball to bowl. You're under pressure. And it's mere inch or two. If you get it wrong, you penalize. So bowling it under pressure when the charge is on is really cool.
Yeah, you're trying to tilt the odds in your favour each and every ball. Hence variety. Hence all the tricks of the trade.
Another good one, this time a little wider from that off-stump line. Khurram Shahzad, good figures, 3.4, 1 for 21 in a game where run rate is hovering over 9.
Well, say it again, the spinners were over bowled, I think. When they'll plan, you know, I know we've heard that Quetta have done well in this part of the world with spin before, but when it's disappearing to all parts of the stand, just even for an over or two maybe, change that plan. Got to respond to circumstances.
Credit to Akmal and Miller really for playing so well in that pressure moment. It was a crunch moment. A miss hit could have given Quetta Gladiators a massive breakthrough, and against spin. I thought that Sarfraz was hoping that it'll be a miss hit and a batsman will go down. That did not happen. They played that phase so well, aggressively well, and batting was so watchable, flawless stuff. .176 for 4.
ये पीछे जाएगा, एक्स्ट्रा कवर जाएगा, 3 पीछे जाएंगे, यहाँ से 3. ये पीछे रहना, ये 3 पीछे है, ठीक है? ना नवाजे, बात के मिड में जा. लाइट कर दे पूरा.
Last 6 balls of the innings, 176 for the loss of 4. We have a leg spinner bowling the last over. This should be interesting. He's got to look for a wrong on here. That's why the length was shorter. It was quicker through the air as well from the leggy.
So, start of the last over again then.
Faf, unfortunately, will not be taking place in this contest. And we have a concussion replacement in Saim Ayub. Was wider off the mark. He's an emerging player, Saim Ayub, left-hander.
Going back a couple of balls, I thought Shafane Rutherford had a very good claim there for a second successive wide, but umpire decided, for whatever reason, that wasn't going to be given.
Oh, that is long. Titanic.
HBL Tournament 6 is on the rise once again. It's the length that creates these opportunities. And not a lot of turn on offer on this surface tonight. And he leans just slightly back. And with the size of these bats these days, that's going to sail a long way.
That's gone up in the air, clears the fence once again. It's not working. He's been put away for plenty. 2 balls to Powell. Both have cleared the fence.
Well, Sarfraz is never short of advice. It's a little bit late in the day, maybe. He made the decision to bowl the spinner for this final over, and these are the risks you take if you do that. Lands on a length. I mean, just look at that for the whole thing, from the pick-up to the smash to the follow-through.
That's extremely well done. 2 runs. Chance of a run out is gone. I think that obviously wicket was sacrificed because Powell wanted the strike. But I think damage has been done. Weatherall was the fielder and he fielded extremely well. He had to save the boundary. Excellent piece of fielding, then had to get up and get going straight away. Have a look at that one. Thankfully, the ball didn't really go out of his reach, and he was looking at the ball on one bounce at the non-striker's end. Batsman run out. Gone for 10, 191 for 4. Last ball of the innings, bowls a wide one, that's gone as well, tonked for 6. What an over for Powell. Crazy batting. Darren Sammy absolutely loves it, and he wanted this response from the West Indian talent. And well, he has delivered in no uncertain terms. A total of almost double ton for Peshawar Zalmi.
Well, this is almost as big as it's been all night. Probably the furthest of all over extra cover. In itself, an extraordinary shot. He might have struggled against Rashid Khan the other day, but the spinners for him today have been very, very easy meat indeed. And Sarfraz Ahmed might reflect on a few decisions he's made in the course of the last 20 overs. But now his side need to make the runs.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough day for the spinners. Didn't have to happen that way because the power play was absolutely dead for the Zalmis. Just 22 runs in the first 6 overs and 175 in the last 14. It's just been an incredible bounce back from Peshawar Zalmi. Spinners early on were dominating the process and then were put to sword by David Miller and Kamran Akmal. Just an incredible turnaround by Peshawar Zalmi with the bat. Have a look at the smashing from Miller, 73 of 46, and Powell, 43 from 19. Just outstanding in the last few overs. Kamran Akmal, 59 from 37. Started off gingerly, wasn't really happy with his form. Had to dig in. It was an intelligent innings, gave himself time. And Quetta Gladiators, they need to show some desperation, JP, because in such a situation, I mean, those tires tell you the story about the outfield. They're sliding and skidding. So there's got to be a bit of dew. But in a desperate situation, I think the mode has got to be, what, positive, not to be negative, look for partnerships, look for that, you know, openings. And if somebody gets settled, then he needs to just make that call, take that call like Miller, and just continue batting.
Well, it's a nothing to lose really scenario for Quetta Gladiators. I think the script is pretty simple. They have to win all the remainder of their games. Sayem Aub is the concussion replacement for Faf du Plessis. Emerging player. So he'll be relishing at the opportunity to stake a claim in this tournament. Usman Khan just the 4 matches in HBL PSL so far. Healthy strike rate. So these two have a great job on their hands.
Good in a way that you've got a young opening pair out there, because they're not carrying any extra baggage. Less is expected of them as well. That can relax them as a pair. Is not a fierce hitter of the ball, but elegant enough. Got to set up the show with good batting. They need a partnership up front. Time for Gillette countdown. It has begun.
Match dikhao.
What have you got as a field? So there's a slip in place. 4 men in the ring on the offside and 2 on the leg side. Fine leg up in the circle. Square leg has been positioned. Bowls a wide one, beats him. The other thing is that when you're looking to strike the ball, you need to be committed fully, wholly. It can't be a half-hearted attempt like that.
Yeah, smiles on the faces for the Zalmi team. What a performance with the bat in hand. From where they started in that power play to where they ended at 197 for 5.
Last night we saw a concussion replacement coming in. Naseem Shah didn't go well. And also the fact that you're almost switched off and suddenly you have to come in and play. I think as a batsman it might affect you more even, because you're completely out of switched off. You're not playing the game and suddenly you're told you go and open the innings.
I don't know whether that was the early shuffle or a bit of belly dancing. Belly shuffle maybe.
Wow, Briez can be a real danger when he's swinging the ball, particularly back into the right-hander. We know that he has that ability to go across the angle as well.
Yeah, still rehearsing, still practicing. I think, yeah, he also knows it that the ball to which he got out to played across the line a little bit, because he had been hitting the ball down the ground so sweetly and so well, so consistently. Wahab's record against Quetta Gladiators is quite useful. 31 wickets, most that he has against any side in HBL PSL. That action doesn't allow him to become an in-swinging bowler, because he's more like the angle bowler or the angular line that he creates because of his bowling action. But he's got pace, so he can surprise you with a bit of zippy stuff. Yeah, round armish, that wrist is always pointed towards the slip cordon.
Yeah, batting first, you can almost hang back in the power play. You can recover. We've seen that trend carry in this PSL, this second segment of PSL in UAE. HBL PSL 6 Part 2. But when you're chasing a target, you need to get off to a fly. You need to get runs in those first 6.
Oh, movement into the batsman. Not a bad start at all by Wahab. It's 3 without a wicket.
तो इतना ऊंचा नहीं होगा इधर से कर रहा है
I mean, on paper, they've got plenty of batting options. Big strikers. Edges that one and goes to the fielder in the deep. He'll always get that extra bit of lift. Irfan, very tall. And still can bowl quite fast. Right. This came back, it swung back into the stumps. J-Rod, fast delivery. I think he'd be a perfect bowler to bowl that hard length on this pitch with the new ball. He'll do something initially and then he'll get that ball to curl and bounce and get extra bit of bounce.
Yeah, we saw a few nights ago as well, Mohammad Irfan getting the extra bit of zip. You know, he's 7 foot tall and it's good to see a slip in place as well. And we see a lot of guys trying to running down to third man, and that brings that opportunity for that slip to come into play. The men behind the stumps, and more often than not you get the batters not really trying to commit too early onto that front foot.
I'll also be looking for a fielder in the gully position because of the bounce that he gets. Yeah, play on a miss. Seems to be beyond him at this stage. Wants to get cracking. That's the other thing that can get to you. You're forced to think aggressive all the time. That can unsettle you if you're a young kid.
And every ball is an event in T20 cricket, and you're into the second over of the power play. It's just 4 runs on total.
That's airlifted and weighs a very, very fast, swift mover in the outfield, Fabian Allen. Very good stop, because under lights it can take a bit of time to get used to the diameter, the angles of the ground. Nicely lifted. He thought it'd gone all the way for 4.
Yeah, it's not often that you get a few balls in your arc as a batter towards Mohammad Irfan, so you got to try and capitalize on those opportunities.
Making room, trying to probably play through the offside. Big inside edge. 2 done, 6 without a wicket. Abu Dhabi by night. It's a sprawling city. It's not really working. In HBL PSL, Hamare Heroes, powered by Inverex Solar Energy, we get to meet heroes. And so we introduce to you a woman footballer, Abiya Heather.
I hold 2 Guinness World Record for Pakistan, and I was named under top 20 powerful Muslim women in sports 2020, and I am the recipient of the Pride of Pakistan Award 2020.
Blushing, why? Caught him off guard. Got to focus on the game, mate. Into the gap, and the pace will probably take the ball into the fence. That's nice timing from Saim.
Yeah, we've seen a few plays and misses, particularly around that line in length. And Wahab Riaz's first over. And the timing was exquisite. Not a lot of foot movement, but with the pace on the ball, it's just about getting contact and finding the gap, and that he does. First boundary on the board for Quetta Gladiators.
Played the bounce so well. And I think that's his game, to time the ball, not really muscle it.
Right now, I have recently registered my football academy in Islamabad, and the main focus of my football academy is to provide free football to the underprivileged kids of Islamabad and Rawalpindi.
Moin Khan. Concentrating hard, Moin Khan. He absolutely needs this win. Edge and 4 again. They'll do very nicely for the left-hander. How many times you've seen good deliveries go like that?
Slip's just been removed, and as you have it, it's gone straight to the man, but nobody there. It's gone for 4.
For the world out there, sports shape your life in a way no other activity would do. Please come in sports, enjoy a healthy lifestyle, and build a peaceful life for yourself or your family. Thank you.
She's probably signing a t-shirt and then will be given a check by Mr. Saifullah, authorized dealer of Inverex Solar Energy. Wait is the call, and so that last ball is a dot. It's 15 without a wicket. Shot. He wanted this. It's gone over the top through cover. And that's a difficult shot to play against somebody who's 7-footer.
Yeah, giving himself room, but he wants the length. He wants it to be in his arc or be full. And this is probably the second time only that Irfan has ventured full. And that enabled him to just hit it over the top.
Good thinking. Made room and played it with a straightish bat, which is the reason why he was successful. Oh, smashes it past point for 4. This is excellent batting. He has a game plan, and it is based on aggression, based on innovation, and based on brilliance.
Yeah, spot on, Rummies. The script is clear. The first 2 overs of the innings was very subdued and needed to put pedal to the metal. It's been a great start to this 4th over. Often speak about trying to gain the momentum and continue with the momentum. Can you make this a big one?
I think Irfan is better off really bowling that Yorker length instead of trying for that full pitch delivery. Either it's got to be hard length or the fuller length, Yorker length. Short ball is swatted for 6. Tremendous striking. He can't believe it. Irfan has been taken to the cleaners. 3 balls, the last 3 balls, 2 boundaries and a 6 over 3rd man.
Always going to get bounced with Irfan, and the ball will carry down to 3rd man. It's just a matter of getting enough bat on it, and he got plenty. Threw his hands at it and maximum resulted.
There's a lot of activity now on the field. Hustle and bustle. Zalmi under pressure. Change of angle once again from Irfan. Goes back once again, trying to cut the ball. Taking the initiative is Usman. Some lovely shots.
Yeah, trying to work out what is his best option to try and maximize the height and bounce from Irfan. And he's worked out that it's about giving himself as much room as he can to free his arms. And the execution has been perfect. 15 runs or 4 balls already.
And this kind of improvisation and aggression is certainly going to help Sam Ayub as well, because now he can do that. Just settle into a longer innings, take a run, expose the striker on the crease again. Big hitters. Weatherall, Sarfraz, Azam Khan. Delport, Nawaz. Nawaz needs to fire as an all-rounder. He's got potential really to deliver with the bat as well. A bit undercooked of late. After 4:31 without a wicket.
And it's been a decent start here for Quetta. 31 for none after the fall. Muhammad Imran, age 20, another left armer to the crease. Good start from him. Bit of pace outside off, 136 kilometers an hour. I think what you'd be saying if you're watching this, you go, well, there's no variation in these left armers. They release it from a different place. There's different pace. They've all got a different skill set to the left arm pace here. It's not something that you face often as a batter. You don't often see so many left armers in one team. If we have a look, at the release points. You've got Irfan there, tall release. He's almost beyond the vertical, we call that. He's going to struggle to swing the ball into the right-hander with that action. And then Imran and Wahab. It just shows you that variation between the three left-armers. Scamper through for the single. Irfan obviously getting a little bit of bounce. And Wahab can be quite slingy at times. Head and shoulders. Show your move. Kande Seboja Hatade. The head and shoulders.
One of the over. One.
Yeah, simple really in terms of the thought processes for the batting side. Have to stay in touch. It's a big chase and you can't afford to fall behind early, and so essentially they try and make sure they utilize the power play and get some sort of a base from there. That's going to allow them to stay in touch and not have them take too many risks for too long.
Yeah, I agree with you, Pom. However, I think also the trend has been during the PSL is that teams have really struggled in the first six, struggled to get away and get off to an absolute blinder of a start with the bat. Bit of seam in the off the pitch, that's what we've seen. We've seen teams lose wickets. So I think to your point, if they can keep a couple of wickets in hand and get that acceleration from overs 10 to 20, but you have to set it up. You have to lay a decent foundation.
Nicely steered. 36 with that loss.
क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स को इस सीजन में सबसे बड़ा हदफ मिला है जहां तक दूसरी बैटिंग का ताल्लुक है। आज एरियल करेगा सब पॉसिबल चैलेंज और देखना यह है कि इस चैलेंज पर जो क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स के बैट्समैन हैं इस हद तक पूरा उतर सकते हैं अपने बॉलर्स की नाकामी के बाद। अब तक 2 ओवर्स किए। मोहम्मद इरफान ने 19 रन दिए हैं। पहली विकेट के मुतलाशी हैं वो पेशावर ज़ल्मी के लिए। नॉर्थ एंड से आ रहे हैं। इस बार ये पूरी तरह बल्ले पर आई नहीं। 2 रन हासिल किए उस्मान ने, जो ज़्यादा खुलकर बैटिंग कर रहे हैं, ज़्यादा जारहाना अंदाज अपनाते हैं। उनके साथ साइम अयूब हैं। उनका खेलने का तरीका बिल्कुल मुख्तलिफ है। सॉफ्ट हैंड से ज़्यादा खेलते हैं, गेंद की तरफ जाते नहीं, इंतज़ार करते हैं। वाजिद खान है मेरे साथ कमेंट्री बॉक्स में। अच्छा मैच रहा है डैरेन समी और उनकी टीम के लिए ये।
और हमारा भी कमेंट्री स्टाइल भी ऐसे ही है। तारिक सईद साहब जो हैं वो एग्रेसिव हैं, ज़रा मैं सॉफ्ट हैंड से खेलता हूँ। ये गेम प्लान जो है उस्मान ने इख्तियार किया है कि वो अपने आप को रूम दे रहे हैं, लेग साइड की तरफ उतर रहे हैं और कोशिश यही है कि कट शॉट या ऑफ साइड के ऊपर से मारे। या आखिरी 2 बॉलें इन्होंने कोशिश की है कि वो पुल शॉट मारे। जब बाउंस ज़्यादा मिलता है इरफान को तो ये बड़ी मुश्किल एक शॉट है।
फास्ट बॉलर्स ने इस मैच में ज़्यादा अच्छी बॉलिंग की है स्पिनर्स के बरक्स, इसलिए डैरेन समी और भी ज़्यादा मुतमईन होंगे। 4 फास्ट बॉलर्स खेल रही है पेशावर ज़ल्मी की टीम इस मैच में भी। और हमने देखा था पहली इनिंग्स में सरफराज को खासी मुश्किल पेश आई थी। उनके जो 5वें बॉलर्स के 4 ओवर से उनमें 78 रन बन गए थे। और ज़ल्मी के पास भी जो 5वां स्पेशलिस्ट बॉलर है वो नहीं है। शुएब मलिक को वहाँ पर 2 से 3 ओवर्स करना पड़ेंगे। इनका साथ दे सकते हैं फेबियन एलन आकर।
स्टिंग लाइफ का स्विच ऑन चार्ज करने के लिए ये ड्रिंक। लेकिन दोनों का टीमों का डिफरेंट गेम प्लान है। जाहिर है क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर स्पिनर्स पे रिलाई करते हैं, पेशावर अमूमन 4 बॉलर से ही खेलते हैं। वाइड बॉल होगा, बाउंसर काफी ऊंचा सर से ऊपर। लेकिन हमने देखा है कि अमूमन ऐसा हुआ है कि पेशावर जो 5वां बॉलर नहीं खिलाते तो उससे इनको प्रॉब्लम रही है। पिछले मैच में भी हमने देखा प्रॉब्लम थी। शुएब मलिक को सिर्फ 1 ओवर करवाया। अब देखना यह है कि आज शुएब मलिक लेफ्ट हैंडर्स के सामने बॉलिंग ज्यादा करेंगे या नहीं। पिछले मैच में शायद गलती हुई थी कि शुएब मलिक को ज्यादा ओवर नहीं दिए और लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर लगा दिए गए।
यहाँ जो कराची का मरहला था शुरू के मैचेस में, जिस वक्त वहाँ पर मुजीबर रहमान खेल रहे थे, इस बार बीट हुए, एक बार फिर बाउंस, अच्छा कैरी मिल रहा है, साथ साथ हल्की सी मूवमेंट भी मोहम्मद इरफान को। शुरू के मैचेस में पेशावर ज़ल्मी की टीम 5 बॉलर से खेली थी। मुजीब वहाँ पर 5वें बॉलर थे, लेकिन उसके बाद से इन्होंने अम्माद भट्ट को आजमाया 2 मैचेस में। और कई टीमें ऐसी हैं जो 6 बॉलर से भी खेल रही हैं। इसमें हम इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड की मिसाल दे सकते हैं, लेकिन ये एक ऐसी टीम है 4-5 बॉलर से ही खेलती नजर आई है। लीडिंग एज और पहुंच जाएंगे उमैद। हल्की हल्की ओस है, इसलिए आउटफील्डर्स को परेशानी का सामना हो सकता है आगे चलकर, लेकिन इस बार अच्छी फील्डिंग देखने में आई।
मिड विकेट के ऊपर से खेलना चाह रहे थे। इरफान का ख्याल था कि शायद पहली विकेट उनको मिल जाए और बाउंड्री पे भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है। स्पिनर्स को भी ग्रिप करने के लिए प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है अगर बॉल ज़्यादा गीला हो। लेकिन अभी तक इस टूर्नामेंट में ज़्यादा ओस नहीं पड़ी। तारिक भाई, हमने सोचा था कि शायद ओस का बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट हो, लेकिन अभी तक ऐसा नहीं हुआ।
यहाँ और अभी तक ये ओवर भी बड़ा अच्छा किया है मोहम्मद इरफान ने, क्योंकि 6ठा ओवर सबसे मुश्किल होता है पावर प्ले में। और अभी तक उन्होंने सिर्फ 3 स्कोरिंग शॉट खेलने का मौका दिया और ये रहा चौथा। 6 ओवर्स मुकम्मल हो गए। क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स ने बनाए हैं 43। सहरा के समंदर में ये हरियाली का जजीरा है, ये शेख जायद स्टेडियम, जहां पर इस वक्त पाकिस्तान सुपर लीग का बड़ा अहम मैच हो रहा है। क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स की टीम को हर सूरत में कामयाबी हासिल करना है। पेशावर ज़ल्मी ने पहली मर्तबा स्पिनर को मुतारिफ कराना चाहा है। शोएब मलिक को कल भी जल्दी लाया गया था, जितनी जल्दी लाया गया उतनी जल्दी हटा भी लिया गया। ये अच्छा मुकाबला होगा क्योंकि उस्मान खान जो हैं अच्छे स्ट्राइकर हैं स्पिनर के खिलाफ।
और देखना है कि आखिर में स्माइल कौन करता है, ये स्माइल डोनट, पीक फ्रीन स्माइल मोमेंट। तो आया कि क्वेटा 14 ओवर के बाद स्माइल कर रहा होगा या पेशावर स्माइल कर रहा होगा, वो देखने को है। लेकिन शोएब मलिक बहुत ही एक्सपीरियंस्ड क्रिकेटर, बहुत ज़्यादा T20 मैचेस खेल चुके हैं। उन्होंने अपने इंटरव्यू में बोला भी कि वहाब को शायद मेंटोर भी कर रहे हैं, कप्तानी में हेल्प भी कर रहे हैं, तो शायद वो ये बातें डिस्कस हुई होंगी पिछले मैच के बाद।
जहां साइम अयूब जो हैं ये बिल्कुल नए नए हैं। शोएब मलिक पिछली सदी से खेल रहे हैं। और साइड स्वीपर में जाकर गेंद को रोका रोमन पॉल ने, एक ही रन यहां पर बन सका। साइम अयूब को बहुत मौके मिले थे जब ये नेशनल स्टेडियम में खेले थे, लेकिन वहां पर बहुत ज़्यादा मुतासिर कर नहीं सके। और ये पावर प्ले में दोनों टीमों का मवाजना है। देखिए अच्छा आगाज़ नहीं किया था। पेशावर ज़ल्मी ने 2 विकेटें गंवाई थी, 22 रन बनाए थे। ग्लैडिएटर्स इस ज़मीन में आगे हैं, लेकिन देखना ये है कि ये दोनों नौजवान जो अब सेट हो गए हैं ये आगे चल सकते हैं, क्योंकि आगाज़ से जो ज़्यादा आम बात होती है वो अंजाम होता है। फुल टॉस का फायदा नहीं उठा सके, अव्वल ने जाकर गेंद को लिया।
तो आपने जैसे कहा शोएब मलिक का आगाज तो पिछली सदी में हुआ था, तो अंजाम इस सदी में अच्छा होगा या नहीं?
देखिए यहाँ पर ये देखिए इस बॉलिंग अटैक का जिनका आगाज अच्छा हुआ था वो अंजाम बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं हुआ। डेलपोर्ट ने 1 ओवर में 25 रन दिए, जाहिद के 3 ओवर्स में 53 रन बने और खेल दिया इसे। ये नो बॉल भी थी और 4 रन मिल गए। इस बार गेंद को हवा दी और हाथ खोलने का मौका मिल गया साइम अयूब को,
और फ्री हिट भी मिली। 50 स्कोर भी मुकम्मल हुए। शोएब मलिक बहुत ही हैरान हो गए हैं, एम्पायर से पूछ रहे हैं कि कैसे पूरा बार मेरा पाँव गया, और लग ऐसी रहा है कि फैसला बिल्कुल दुरुस्त। और अब ओपो स्मार्ट हिट के बाद साइम अयूब के पास मौका है कि एक और बड़ी हिट लगा सके। फ्री हिट है।
फुल टॉस, लेकिन सही तरह स्ट्रोक नहीं लगा सके, कदरे लेट हो गए थे साइम अयूब। शोएब मलिक बहुत आजमूदाकार हैं, बहुत अंडररेटेड बॉलर हैं। बाजीद खान के साथ भी फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट खेले। इस बार जोरदार शॉट खेला, वहां पर पॉल ने जाकर गेंद को रोका बर वक्त, और सिर्फ एक ही रन पर इक्तिफा करना पड़ा।
हाँ, बाउंड्री ऑप्शन तो लेग साइड पे ही मिलेगी। ऑफ स्पिनर बॉलिंग कर रहा है। जुबली सेफ हैंड्स, बड़ी अच्छी फील्डिंग बाउंड्री पे है। और शोएब मलिक राउंड 2 विकेट से लेफ्ट हैंडर को भी, दोनों को, राइट हैंडर और लेफ्ट हैंडर को राउंड 2 विकेट से बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं।
जब ये नए नए आए थे, वो याद है 1999 के वर्ल्ड कप के बाद इनका यही मुत्तहदा अरब इमारात में इनका डेब्यू हुआ था। ब्राइटो कलरफुल फैन ऑफ द मैच कॉन्टेस्ट में आप भी शिरकत कर सकते हैं, और आपको जो मैन ऑफ द मैच होगा उसकी जानिब से एक साइंड बॉल दी जाएगी। एक रन पर एक दिफा करना पड़ेगा। अच्छे आउटफील्डर हैं रोमन। 7 ओवर्स मुकम्मल हो गए, 54 पर कोई खिलाड़ी आउट नहीं।
HBL विन प्रेडिक्शन। और तारिक भाई, अफसोस की बात यह है कि सुपर ओवर का सिर्फ 1% बताया जा रहा है।
शायद उसकी वजह ये भी हो सकती है कि आप आखिरी ओवर में यहाँ कमेंट्री बॉक्स में होंगे नहीं, कम से कम इस कमेंट्री बॉक्स में।
लेकिन सुपर ओवर तो फिर भी होना चाहिए। इस साल मेरे ख्याल PSL में अभी तक सुपर ओवर नहीं हुआ। दोनों तरफ से अब स्पिनर फैबियन एलन पार्ट टाइम लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिन करते हैं।
थोड़ी सी बात करते हैं, ये जो मोहम्मद उस्मान हैं आपकी स्क्रीन पर, इनकी ये बड़े जारहाना अंदाज से खेलने वाले क्रिकेटर हैं। कराची में क्लब क्रिकेट खेलते थे, उसके बाद यहाँ मुत्तहिदा अरब इमारात आ गए रोज़गार की तलाश में, और यहाँ इन्होंने फुजैरा में काफ़ी क्रिकेट खेली है। और उसके बाद इनको कोयटा ग्लैडिएटर्स की कॉल आई इस साल के शुरू में। हवा में खेला, गैप में खेला, यहाँ पर 4 रन्स मिल जाएंगे। एक बार फिर खूबसूरती से खेला, थोड़ी सी ऑफ स्टंप के बाहर जगह मिल गई थी साइम अयूब को। एक बार फिर वही नरमी नजर आई इनके स्ट्रोक प्ले में।
टाइम करते हैं बॉल को और तभी कंफर्टेबल होते हैं जब बॉल को आराम से और इत्मीनान से खेलते हैं। पावर प्ले नहीं है, पावर प्लेयर नहीं है। और इसी तरह शॉर्ट और वाइड डिलीवरी थी, इसको बड़े आराम से टाइम कर दिया गया।
ये अच्छी दाग बेल इस इनिंग्स की डाल दी है साइम अयूब और उस्मान ने। ये
एरियल वन फाइनल वॉश।
Well ball, Fabian. Top bowling, Fabian.
तो हम उस्मान की बात कर रहे थे जो पहले ही मैच में इन्होंने बड़ी उम्दा बैटिंग की वहाँ नेशनल स्टेडियम कराची में कोयटा ग्लैडिएटर्स के लिए 81 रन्स की इनिंग्स खेली और मर्द मैदान करार पाए थे। आज पहली इनिंग्स के ये मर्द मैदान थे। तो यहाँ खेलने का इनको तजुर्बा है इन पिचेस पर उस्मान खान को, ये काम आएगा कोयटा ग्लैडिएटर्स के लिए। और ये कल एक बहुत बड़ा मुकाबला जो है वो होने वाला है। एक बार लूज शॉट खेला, फील्डर हैं शोएब मलिक और बिल्कुल तरने वाला साबित हुई ये गेंद उनके लिए और फैबियन एलन को विकेट मिल गई इस बार।
और रिवायती डांस में उन्होंने सेलिब्रेट किया। ये अब डांस काफी मशहूर हो गया। लेग साइड पे खेलना चाहते थे, शायद बॉल थोड़ा सा स्किट करके बल्ले पे तेजी से आ गया जिसकी वजह से मिडल नहीं हुआ। शोएब मलिक बहुत ही आराम से उन्होंने कैच पकड़ा। उस्मान खान की इनिंग्स 28 पे खत्म हुई, 62 पे 1।
ये एक वेदरॉल नए बैट्समैन, कल अच्छी बैटिंग की थी, अपनी टीम की मुश्किलात कम करने की कोशिश करते रहे, अच्छा करियर रिकॉर्ड है। ये खेलते हैं साउथ ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, और ये देखिए क्लियर नहीं कर सके शोएब मलिक को, और बहुत ही आसान कैच था ये मलिक के लिए। और उसके बाद ये देखिए जमैकन रक्स, अच्छा मैच रहा है ये वेस्ट इंडियंस के लिए। पिछले मुकाबले के बरक्स यहाँ पर राशिद खान से पाला पड़ गया था।
लेकिन ये बताएं कि वो डांस मूव आपको पसंद आई या नहीं? काफी लोगों को पसंद आ रही है, लेकिन आपको बड़ी मुश्किल से कोई चीज पसंद आती है, तो शायद आपको इतना मुतासिर नहीं कर सकी।
दो फील्डर हैं लेग साइड बाउंड्री में, हैदर पहले पहुंच गए थे। देखिए इस वक्त जो सबकी नजरें हैं वो मैदान में लगी हुई हैं बैटिंग पर, क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स के जवाब पर, क्योंकि वहाँ पर पार्टनरशिप ज़रूरी है और अच्छा खेल सकते हैं ये जो वेदरॉल्ड है।
और क्योंकि दो लेफ्ट हैंडर्स हैं तो शोएब मलिक को दूसरा ओवर भी कराया गया है। इनके पास आखिर में वहाब रियाज, इरफान के अभी ओवर हैं, ये फास्ट बॉलर्स पे रिलाई करेंगे, लेकिन इस वक्त कोशिश यही होगी कि स्पिनर्स जल्दी से 4-5 ओवर निकाल जाएं। पांचवें बॉलर के, अब ये शोएब मलिक का दूसरा ओवर है तो तीसरा ओवर बनता है पांचवें बॉलर का।
एक और चौका, इस बार फिर दो फील्डर्स के दरमियान बड़ी महारत से खेलने में कामयाब हुए नौजवान साइम अयूब, जिन्हें आज यहाँ हंगामी तौर पर इस बैटिंग लाइनअप का हिस्सा बनना पड़ा क्योंकि फाफ डू प्लेसी को चोट लग गई थी। ये अच्छी चोट कर रहे हैं इस वक्त ज़ल्मी की बॉलिंग पे।
तेज बॉल किया था शोएब मलिक ने, ऑफ स्टंप से बाहर उसको प्लेस किया, बल्ले का फेस ओपन किया और टाइमिंग भी हासिल की, और ये स्माइल सुपर 4।
और हम देख रहे हैं कि जो गेंद है उससे ओस साफ करने की कोशिशें ये शुरू हो गई हैं। या तो शोएब मलिक जो हैं ये 1999 में यहाँ पर आए थे खेलने के लिए। उस वक्त इंज़मामुल हक पाकिस्तान टीम का कलीदी हिस्सा हुआ करते थे। शारजा का टूर्नामेंट था और उस दौर में ये ऑफ स्पिनर थे। इनको सकलैन के साथ उनके डेप्टी के तौर पर टीम में लिया गया था और अच्छा दूसरा किया करते थे। बाद ये स्पेशलिस्ट बैट्समैन बन गए और 22 बरस से खेल रहे हैं। ये देखिए वो जो जिसका हमने तस्करा किया, इस कैमरा के टायर्स पर आप देख सकते हैं जो चमक है उसी ओस को जाहिर करती। वैसे में बैटिंग जो है आसान हो जाती है। कल रात भी हमने देखा था इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड के जो दो लेफ्ट हैंडर्स से, उन्होंने बड़ी धुआंधार बैटिंग की थी, ओस ने भी उनकी मदद की थी किसी हद तक। बाहर आगे निकल गए थे शोएब मलिक, गेंद को रोका, वापस आने पे मजबूर किया। इस ओवर में सिर्फ 7 रन बन सके 69 पर 1। मुल्तान सुल्तान्स की टीम कल मद्दे मुकाबिल होगी पेशावर ज़ल्मी के। ये दूसरा मैच ये पाकिस्तानी वक्त के मुताबिक रात 11 बजे शुरू होगा, जिसे आप अबू धाबी क्रिकेट स्टेडियम से बराह रास्त देख सकेंगे। सुल्तान्स ने पिछले मैच में बड़ी शानदार कामयाबी हासिल की और खुद को टूर्नामेंट में उन्होंने रखा है। यहाँ इस मैच में रखने के लिए साइम अयूब को जरा खुलकर खेलना होगा। ऑन साइड में खेलने के लिए गए, फील्डर आ रहे हैं गेंद के नीचे, फेबियन एलन, और वो कैचेस ऐसे नहीं गिराया करते। विकेट मिल गई साइम अयूब की तवील कामत मोहम्मद इरफान को।
और बिल्कुल सही वक्त पे वहाब रियाज ने बॉलिंग चेंज की। इरफान को वापस लाया गया इसी मकसद से कि वो विकेट हासिल करे, और उन्होंने पहले ही बॉल पे साइम अयूब को चलता किया। फेबियन एलन ने कैच किया, इस दफा वो उन्होंने डांस नहीं किया क्योंकि सिर्फ कैच किया, विकेट नहीं हासिल की थी। 35 पे साइम अयूब आउट हुए, 69 पे 2।
कैमरून डेलपोर्ट के अभी भी आसार नहीं है। आजम खान को खेलने के लिए यहाँ मैदान में उतारा गया है। 286 रन इन्होंने बनाए हुए हैं और एक मिस सेंचुरी उनके करियर रिकॉर्ड का हिस्सा। ये 59 रन की इनिंग्स इन्होंने यूनाइटेड के खिलाफ खेली थी PSL 5 के पहले ही मैच में, और वो मैच जितवाया था।
लेग साइड पे खेलना चाहते थे और बड़ा जल्दी बल्ला मोड़ लिया, आसान कैच।
इस बार फिर एक रन बन जाएगा और यहाँ अब ये दोनों बैट्समैन हैं, उनको जाहिर है एक नज़र रखना होगी जो रन रेट इस वक्त दरकार है उस पर, क्योंकि गेंदों और रन्स के दरमियान फ़र्क बढ़ता जा रहा है और उसी को कम करने के लिए ये शॉट खेला था लेग साइड की जानिब। अपने बल्ले को ज़्यादा जल्दी बंद कर बैठे, उसके बाद इनकी इस इनिंग्स का भी बाब बंद हुआ। ये फास्ट बॉलर्स की कामयाबियां हैं, उनका सिलसिला जारी है ज़ल्मी के लिए। और अगर दोनों टीमों की हम बॉलिंग का यहाँ पर मजीद मवाजना करें तो जो पेशावर ज़ल्मी के बॉलर्स हैं इन्होंने टूर्नामेंट में 43 विकेटें ली हैं, और इनके बरक्स जो क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स के बॉलर्स थे ये पूरे टूर्नामेंट में ये 7वां मैच था उनका, वो सिर्फ 30 विकेटें ले सकें। तो इससे भी फर्क साफ जाहिर होता है।
पाकिस्तान में कराची में पिचेस इतनी अच्छी थी कि फास्ट बॉलर्स ही कामयाब रहे, स्पिनर्स का बॉल ज़्यादा ग्रिप नहीं होता था। उम्मीद ये थी कि यूएई की कंडीशंस में क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स की बॉलिंग ज़्यादा कामयाब होगी, लेकिन ऐसा अभी तक हुआ नहीं। अब ज़रूरत इस बात की है कि बाउंड्रीज लगाए जाएं, क्योंकि 12 से बढ़ गई है रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट। और स्माइल मोमेंट, अभी जो मोमेंट है वो सारा पेशावर का।
आजम खान के लिए स्क्वायर लेग पर एक फील्डर डीप हैं और गेंद को खेल दिया है। वहां पर जो लॉन्ग लेग के फील्डर थे उन्होंने कैच ले लिया और आजम खान एक मरतबा फिर बैक इन लेंथ डिलीवरी पर अपनी विकेट से हाथ धो बैठे और ये बाउंस काम कर गया मोहम्मद इरफान और पेशावर ज़ल्मी के लिए और अच्छा कैच भी उमैद आसिफ का।
दूसरी विकेट इस ओवर की मोहम्मद इरफान के लिए। शॉर्ट बॉल था, पुल करने गए, टॉप है, ज्यादा बाउंस मिलता है इरफान को, लेकिन बड़ा ही खूबसूरत कैच। उमैद आसिफ सेफ हैंड्स, जूबली सेफ हैंड्स और इरफान ने मैच का पासा काफी हद तक पेशावर की तरफ पलट दिया। आजम खान कोई रन न बना सके, 70 पे 3।
एक अच्छे आगाज के बाद 8 रन्स में 3 विकेटें गंवा दी हैं कोयटा ग्लैडिएटर्स ने और इस वक्त 2 बिल्कुल नए नवेले बैट्समैन विकेट पर हैं। हैदराबाद का साथ देने को पहुंचे हैं कैमरून डेलपोर्ट जो जनूबी अफ्रीका के बाशिंदे हैं डरबन के और आज डरबन से ताल्लुक रखने वाले एक बैट्समैन ने यहाँ बड़ी धुआंधार बैटिंग की और शानदार इनिंग्स खेली डेविड मिलर ने। उसका जवाब दरकार है और बोल्ड कर दिया। सिर्फ एक ही गेंद के मेहमान साबित हुए डेलपोर्ट। पहले 2 बैट्समैन बाउंस आउट हुए थे और इस बार सीधी गेंद को बिल्कुल मिस किया कैमरून डेलपोर्ट ने और उनकी स्टंप्स धरम भरम हो गई।
एरियल क्लीन आउट और देखें ऑफ स्टंप पे बॉल, शॉर्ट ऑफ लेंथ बॉल जो ऑफ स्टंप के बिल्कुल ऊपर जाके लगा। बॉलर्स को कहते हैं कि निशाना लेना चाहिए ऑफ टॉप ऑफ स्टंप और निशाना से अच्छा उन्होंने उधेड़ के रख दिया ऑफ स्टंप। 70 पे 4।
बॉलिंग मलिक रिलैक्स नहीं होना मलिक, शाबाश, कम ऑन लेफ्ट। कोई बात नहीं मलिक।
Third about director, review for LBW, and original decision is not out. Please. Yes, the fair delivery. Move on to spin vision, please. Ball is close to the bat, please. Confirm with the outrage. Roll forward, roll forward, roll forward, roll forward. Yes. No bat involved. Flat line. Please go to the ball tracking when you're ready. Okay. So they're waiting for the ball tracking. Original decision is not out. Shows up still waiting for the ball tracking. Origin is not out. Pitch in line, impact umpire's call, and missing the stumps. Shows up stay with your decision not out. Wait for the call. You on screen, make your signal.
Made into the attack. Edge. And makes an impact on his first delivery. A few antics, letting him know that he's masked up.
And Umayyad Asif here, being introduced in the attack for the first time in this match. And a wicket of the very first ball. Taking it away from the left-hander. There's hardly any feet movement and a good catch by Kamran Akmal. And there's the Iron Man mask on this time. Generally it's the shirt. He's carrying on his style of celebration. Jake Weatherald out for 13, Quetta 85 for 5.
Mohammad Nawaz. And after a decent start in the power play, Quetta have lost 41 for 5 in the last 5 overs. Oh, and the rut continues for Quetta. What a start this is for Umaid Asif. First 2 deliveries of his spell, 2 wickets.
Get the mask out, Umaid. Where's the mask? There it is. That's his signature celebration now. Well, what a change of fortune for Quetta. They started so well. Mohammad Irfan and Umaid Asif have broken the back of Quetta here through the middle. 6 for 40 in the last 30 balls. Nawaz goes for naught. The score's 85 for 6.
Well, hold on to your seats, folks. We are on a hat-trick. Just confirmation of the first 2 deliveries. On the money, first up. Umaid Asif. And here we go. Hat-trick ball. Oh, great defense. Well, with that moment, we'll just have a quick sip of our tapal tea. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers to you too.
And Umaid Asif is, I think, quite underrated cricketer. He bowls really well, we can see that. He even batted really well. 23 of just 12 deliveries in the last match. A very handy cricketer. And great work ethic. We used to train together in National Cricket Academy, and you can just see the balls up within the stumps this time, and that signature celebration.
Yeah, we've been speaking about the lengths that we need to be bowling on a surface such as this one. It's a good surface tonight. There's been some good runs scored on the surface at back of the length, making sure you're hitting the stumps. And he's done just that in his first 2 deliveries, asking the right questions.
And he's got a great opportunity as well to learn from the senior players around him. He's got Mohammad Irfan, Wahab Riaz, that he can lean on from international experience. And this is where the PSL is just so instrumental in growing their homegrown players.
Yeah, impactful over from Asif. That's the end of the 12th, 87 for 6.
Third man, बच्चे. Ready? थोड़ा और.
Well, this innings slithering downhill very fast. Quetta Gladiators have been embarrassed in a way in the last 3 or 4 overs. Wickets for Irfan, almost a hat-trick for Umaid. Broadcasters, HBL PSL Super League 6, all over the world really, wherever cricket is followed. Pakistan, South Asia, United Kingdom, New Zealand, Caribbean, North America, in Africa also, UAE, Afghanistan, Bangladesh. So Quetta Gladiators clearly have a problem, because this, not only in this game, but generally I think they need a massive makeover. I think time has come. I think every franchise goes through highs and lows. That win prediction is 99%. I mean, obviously it tells you the story.
I wonder what the 1% doubt is. Anyway, Ty's gone back to sleep.
Sarfraz is the 1% chance, the outside chance.
I mean, to give credit, yeah, Quetta are obviously short of confidence in every department. Fielding today was lax, the bowling was a little awry, the tactics were awry. Okay, they now need to chase this big total, and they've come up against some very good bowling. There have been some seriously good deliveries bowled against them. I think Zalmi can be very happy they have a very strong attack.
The
Well,
bat
that
is
was worth
grounded.
it.
I made my decision. My decision is not out.
Best to be sure, I suppose.
Not out. Big screen.
This is clearly an uphill task. Happy owner there on the left, Javed Afridi, Zalmi's owner. But the margins of defeat, even now, I mean, if they carry on fighting, you know, 108 in 44 balls, they can once again be embarrassed, like it was the case the other night. Lost the game by 10 wickets.
Yeah, and coming to the UAE, you thought that maybe they've got a chance with spin, but it hasn't been so. There's Jubilee My Stars 11 Fantasy Cricket. Log on to www.mystars11.net and you can win prizes worth 1 crore. You've got to have Miller in your side today. Irfan.
Six down for 92. What a bowling spell. 2 for 2 from Umaid Asif. He's a lovely batsman to find regular placements. That is where Sarfraz can be smooth, silky smooth. Hardly see him ever hit the ball hard or muscle it. It's always about timing it and finding the placement. Jubilee My Stars 11 Fantasy League winners from yesterday. Abdullah Tariq, he was the winner, 585 points. No relation to our commentator Tariq Said. Tariq Said does Urdu commentary. talking of Quetta Gladiators, I mean, they need to revisit the strategy, you know, the foreign players maybe, or look at the local talent. Get something working, get something going.
Yeah, in terms of changing the fortunes of a side, a bit of fresh blood sometimes does the trick. I mean, it's often the case, though, that the call for a massive cull and a complete start afresh doesn't necessarily do the trick. Just to emphasise the predicament that Quetta are in at the moment, with just 2 points from 6 completed games, it's likely to be 2 from 7. But it's just, I mean, for instance, yeah, good players. I mean, I was asking just now about Mohammad Nawaz, who is a good player, I'm told, but he's struggling for runs. You know, he's got a duck today. Just struggling. You know, when players are, they're not out of ability necessarily, but they're just out of form or out of luck or both. And then you've got individuals dropping in confidence. You have a team dropping in confidence, and it's a very slippery slope.
At times the unperforming players, if they go to another club, it happens in football, it happens in other leagues also, can find form, and a different environment can spur them on. The ability is sort of sought after more. Change in environment can work positively on a player at times. We haven't seen any spark from Quetta Gladiators in this year's HBL PSL, which is sad because they've already won this tournament once, 2 years back, I think, 2 or 3 years back. 100 comes up for Quetta, 100 for 6. Parkview Fair Play standings. Quetta Gladiators are not going to move from that last spot even in this contest.
Even in this game, the tactics for Quetta Gladiators didn't work out. They played 3 frontline spinners, whereas Peshawar have gone with 4 out-and-out fast bowlers, and the spinner that they have is the 5th bowler, with Shoaib Malik and Fabian Allen doing the job of bowling those 4 overs. And it's almost like you have that expert prediction. David Gower gets it right all the time, and it's almost like Elliott who gets it wrong all the time. So Elliott is probably the tactician for Quetta Gladiators.
Let him take the mic and then he can answer you, Bazit. This is so unfair. But yeah, I mean, his predictions can go haywire, as we all know. June 12th is when the great man was born, Javed Miadat. We celebrated his birthday in the pre-show as well. What a player, master craftsman. mentally extremely tough. Great man to have in the dugout, in the dressing room in those days, on the field as well. You always knew that Javed Miadad would be there to protect you in a way, or fight out the cause for you. Second highest run getter. World Cup 1992, he was phenomenal, played all the critical innings. Well, his average never dropped below 50. Now that's a significant milestone for him. Captain Pakistan in 34 test matches and won 14, so his captaincy wasn't bad at all, and he started extremely young. Was always considered a prodigy when he was playing the under-19s. Century on test debut, century playing in his 100th test match. Would have been gone. One or two for the loss of 6. Tapalti, strategic timeout has been taken. Right, end of the strategic timeout. Tapalti strategic timeout. 1 or 2 for the loss of 6. Quetta Gladiators struggling, and partly because of Umaid Asif, was bowled superbly. Umaid, इतने ज़्यादा सुपर हीरो में बॉस ये आयरन मैन क्यों पिक किया आपने? पसंद है, मतलब क्या आप कुछ उसके साथ आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं? इसमें कोई शक नहीं है। और ये दाढ़ी मूंछ और ये पोनी टेल, इसके पीछे क्या राज है? एंजॉय द स्पेल। बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग करें आप। Terrific bowling. First two deliveries of his brand new spell, castling the left-hander, and two great deliveries in fact. Put on an act as well.
भाग जो कहा था इसकी बारी देख करके देखना इधर। इधर ही आएगा मलिक, पर वो सारा इधर ही खेल रहा।
Nice.
Lovely, refreshing.
I think for Sarfraz it appears as if he wants some practice, because he's not really going after the bowling. Required rate is 20.36, so he feels that, you know, playing out few overs will help him for the next match get some form. I hope not. It's a very depressing situation for any competitive cricketer or cricket team when you know that you've been beaten in a way and you're just going through the motions. Such a difficult act for any side. Head and shoulders move. Kande se boj hata de move. Should he be batting at number 3, maybe Sarfraz, or even opening? You know, we talk of just changing the tune.
Well,
Or just-
remember in
yeah.
in the first part up in Karachi, he was in decent nick. He was getting runs. It's a moot point whether Sarfraz moving to 3 instead of Jake Weatherall, maybe swapping the two might do something.
Even opening. Sam Ayub is young. When you need 10 and over, surely you got to send your most experienced, the guy who can bat and handle pressure up front in a team that's generally been struggling. Good numbers for Sarfraz. Still is very much part of the T20 Pakistan squad.
Wait. मार दे।
6 down for 1 of 6.
Yeah, tough ask for Quetta Gladiators. 92 of 25 deliveries. Brighto colourful fan of the match. Log on to Facebook, Brighto Paid Sports. Remember, the winner gets a signed ball from the play of the match.
There's Rodman Powell. Batsman predominantly. Bowls every now and again. Yeah, and a nice time to come into the attack here, finish things off. They've been dominant. Happy chappy. Dan Sami and Muhammad Akram. Yeah, happy skipper. Everything going swimmingly. Absolutely. Look at this. Zalmi of 6 at the moment. On the brink of 2 more.
He's captained well, hasn't he, Wahab Riaz? He's brought bowlers on at opportune times, tried to get through his 5th bowler, and now he's giving Rodman Powell a go as well, just to give himself some more options during the competition. And he really has brought these bowlers on. He's got some great resources to use. He's used them well.
Good hit. Very good hit for 6.
Yeah, they certainly need more of this. Sarfraz Ahmed has had a few goes already in this over. And finally connects one. The HBL Tournament 6 count on the rise once again. 85 meters. He got all of that.
I'd say a lot of experience lies and the responsibility lies on Sarfraz in this team. Faf du Plessis is out. We're not too sure for how long. Parkview City question of the day. And the winner, Burera Shahid, match 18. Congratulations.
Yeah, he's won a tablet. And he'll go into the draw for the plot. $114 for 6. Nice. Oh, beautiful shot. 4 runs. Yeah, picking him off is Sarfraz.
Umaid Asif has been exceptional up until this point in his first 2 overs, picking up 2 for 9. Oh well, rather late than never. A brighter, colourful drive.
Definitely sliding that one. Bowls such a good length, does it, mate? And I think all of the Zalmi bowlers have. Well, the back of a length on this occasion. Wide and just a little bit too short. Sarfraz, the experienced captain. Oh, he's been good in the PSL. Puts it away.
Fidel Edwards getting across. Yeah, there's that big smile on his face. Still around.
Get the youngster on as a replacement fielder. Well, he has been around for a long time, Fidel Edwards, and he's happy to be out there. Great to see him leading from the front in the field, showing the youngsters how it's done.
I reckon that was a "I'll go on and field." It wasn't a case of somebody else saying, "Right, you on." Oopsie.
Yeah, I have to say that the standards have been really good from Zalmi up until that point. It made Asif not amused at all. He's played a massive hand in this bowling performance tonight.
Yeah, I thought, oh, I'll have a little bit of fun and see what happens. Yep, careful. Be safe, you know. And they'll run too. Oh, got him! Oh, got him! He's got him! Bullseye! Oh, man, well done!
Get the mask out, son. Where's the mask? This could be close. Brilliant work from him, mate. He's given him. Brilliant work. Chip by Sarfraz, leading edge. The Jubilee, safe hands. Turn. Have a look. And brilliant. Dead as you like. Some great fielding off your own bowling. Kuram leaves for 11. Quetta 123 for 7.
Double the finish after a really good run out. 1, 2, 3 for 7. Oh, got him. Swing as hard as he likes. Only can manage a little edge through to the keeper. And Kamran makes no mistake. Hasnain got to make his way back. We're checking though to see what's happening on that front foot. No trouble.
Well, the required run rate is up over the 40 mark. And that means you're going to throw the kitchen sink at it. His short stint comes to an end. Quetta, 123 for 8.
Yeah, skipper's back. And there's that angle, normal Wahab Riaz angle. Thinks it's a J.fast delivery. And it's pouched safely in the hands of Kamran Akmal. And he's the first keeper to 50 dismissals in PSL. Pulled him! Middle pole out the ground. Oh, they're making short work of this. The Zalmi.
Well, the skipper, he loves it. He's seen it before, though. He nonchalantly just walks back to his mark after seeing this. That is a delivery you want to see as an opening bowler. Middle stump, out the ground. And another one for the captain, Wahab Riaz. Zalmi comfortably on top here. Quetta, 123 for 9.
Oh, shot. Oh, yes. That's lovely. 4 runs.
Wahab Riaz has got an outstanding record against the Quetta Gladiators, and he continues his fine form in the HBL PSL, picking up his 33rd wicket now against the Quetta Gladiators.
What's going on, Wahab? Oh, sweaty palms? No. Sweat probably going from the arms all the way onto the palms.
Yeah, and also we've had a lot of talk about the dew. It has been a little bit dewy compared to the other nights. Breeze probably not as strong. That's something that they're definitely looking at in the change of innings.
Cross seam as well to grip it better.
Who's bringing the biscuits, lads? A little bit of a tapalti. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, everyone back home.
Nudged. Oh, they'll run. Will you get there? Will you get there? You'll be okay. No trouble. 129 for 9.
बहुत गीला हो रहा है
Bold. Oh, good skills. Dewy sort of day. That's what you're talking about. You, I don't know about how it's been pretty tough for bowlers to hold the ball. I got to say though, it's kind of been the same for both sides, so nobody getting an advantage. Normally what would happen is side would bowl first, there wouldn't be dew, and then later on it just slide on quite nicely and you can chase down scores. It hasn't had an effect in the tournament to this point. You can't say there's a team that's lost or kind of had difficulty to the point of their advantage, whatever it was, being taken away in the course of a game.
Yeah, the only time we've really heard of the dew was when Shadab decided he didn't want to bowl the last over. He said it was going to be tough gripping it. It's particularly tough for the spinners, I guess. And if there is dew, it slides on for the batter. Makes it easier to just hit through the line. There's definitely something to watch when you're playing in these later games.
Yeah, and I'd go the Shadab one, self-inflicted. Is it a no ball? Did he crouch down? That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, you understand the thinking. Fine leg up in the circle. Gotta hurt the touch, surely. Yeah, it's all about the commitment in the shot, making sure you're keeping the head still, not trying to lean too much on the offside.
Good strike. Yeah, lovely strike. 4 runs. Sarfraz is 35 from 27. It's going to have to be him as the tournament goes along, who leads from the front. Mathematically, they could still get there, but things haven't gone according to plan. Just been out of it, unable to find a win. Today, in a big chase, started off with a partnership of 62, but then fell apart. Another blow to finish things off, this time just for a single. And it's a big win for the Zalmi. The Peshawar Zalmi winning by 61 runs.